We're leaving?
Indeed, we leave a.
I finally got to do the bit.
Yes.
Yeah,
Now-
you actually beat us for once.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, people of the interwebs.
Interwebs.
Birds aren't real.
Fish are friends, not food.
Birds are a government conspiracy.
And maybe
I'm going
something
to-
delicious there.
I'm going to share what what we were talking about yesterday. We had we were doing riff tracks yesterday, and the clip was from a bird attacking movie that wasn't birdemic somehow.
It was Beaks, I believe, was the name of the movie.
Oh, never mind.
And- Like it looked like a knockoff to the knockoff.
Knockoffception, if you will.
But we were like, it's the guy's like, radio, like the engine stopped. I'm gonna crash, and like birds just like fly through the windows of the plane. So mine was just mine. Which I'm glad we didn't do that for the raid message yesterday. I would be like, what the fuck?
That would have been too wild.
Oh, I just saw this one thing. The perfect foolproof way how to survive a werewolf. I put it in memes. You need silver bullets, mistletoe, mirrors, fireworks, fire, belly rubs, bath time, vacuums, and squeaky toys.
A
Got
bold
it.
strategy,
Okay.
But
Well,
we'll
we do
to
have
see.
fireworks. Well,
True.
pyrotechnics.
Yeah, I mean, you could make fireworks with that.
That takes 3 turns to set up.
Shut
Well, look, just set it
Just
up
so
ahead of
Freddy's roar
time.
it.
Sorry, I don't mean to call you out on it, but dang.
I mean, every time I try doing something, it's always something that requires like 3 times setup or something. So that's a fair call out, I feel like, at this point.
I feel like you need to work with the other players to make sure they have the pieces to your puzzle here. If you get my
Yeah.
meaning. It's like someone could set down the fire with a spell. You do pyrotechnics. Profit.
I mean, even back when you did control create food and water and control water, that creates a giant hazard for everyone.
It was fun though!
My god.
Did I ever get to do the control water half the time? No. But it was fun!
As long as you're having fun. Alright, I forgot to run the pre-roll to get that out of the way. Almost done posting in the places.
I shall check the places.
I'm pretty
I mean,
sure.
I'm not calling you out. I mean, I am calling you out on a bet.
You're not calling me out! I'm calling you out!
I am.
You're not calling me out!
I'm not calling you out.
Listen,
But yeah, I am.
but I am. Really, your plans, they work best for a heist that require a lot of setup.
Yeah.
Not in the heat of combat.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to ask a friend of mine to get the modern magic module that he did that was a heist in a museum to get an immortal sword back. I'm not kidding, that was an actual thing.
Alright, I think I have posted everywhere. The pre-roll ad has 25 seconds left on it. Pretty sure everything is up and running the way it should be. I'll give it 10, well, now I'll give it 10 seconds.
I'm excited for today.
I'm excited for this weekend.
0. Alright, wait a minute. I forgot to switch the reactive. Whoops.
Oh
How dare.
no! Oh no! People will know.
Oh,
Antonius is not someone holding a cat.
it's fine. It's fixed. Don't worry. No one will know. No one will ever know. But who would like to do the recap?
Who does not have their inspiration?
I still got mine.
Mine still exists.
Mine still exists, actually.
Wait,
Same
where's the
as
inspo
well.
chart?
Pinned
Party
in party notes.
Pin.
Or you can
Let
also
me-
just check your sheet.
So, wait, Antonius had inspiration.
Then put your thing on the marker.
Okay, let me add cat.
I'm about to carry this inspiration all the way to the
So
final boss.
Kardak.
So let's see.
Yes.
You need
Yeah.
inspiration, right?
No, I have.
Antonius
You're
Rose.
just not
Well-
using the tracker.
Well, if you all have it, I could do it.
No, we're good.
Chaco, do you have yours?
Yeah, you're the.
Do I have what?
Inspiration.
No, I don't.
Okay, you
There
go.
we go.
You get
Last
to do the
session.
recap this week.
I'm trying to remember what happened last session.
Oh,
We fought the hag. She disappeared in the ethereal plane, got wrecked, and then disappeared back. No, she teleported away, right? Or no, I don't remember.
oh no. Okay.
Two
Okay.
things happened.
We only do 2 things every session.
Should I start a little
That's
bit?
literally all I remember from last session.
I'll start it. Wagon is strange, empty carré. Bolts clothing still there, but as we leave things where.
Found a pack of werewolves and fucked up a hag.
Yes.
There, you happy?
They weren't
Oh, the
werewolves.
Shadow Wolf.
They were shadow wolves.
Yeah, they were shadow wolves. Whatever.
Close
I hate-
enough.
I hate this place.
And some of them had hearts, some of them did not.
Yeah, you guys all learned that less than half of the people in Barovia actually have a soul. Kind of glossed over that, but it's okay.
Yeah, approximately, give or take. I don't have like the exact number chart for that, but you know, a sizable
Like
amount
one
of
in every
people.
1 in every 10 people have a soul.
Yeah, more or less. And that's an existential thing that you'll have to consider. So, I mean, I'll admit that one was kind of slapping since everyone already has inspiration. No inspiration given out. This
Now
time.
into Chaco?
I mean, Shaco didn't quite remember, aside from the hag. Oops.
I told my version, so I'm
Yeah.
good.
At
Actually,
least
you know
Draco
what?
doesn't get inspiration.
Like in character. I'm going to add that I didn't attack her. So I can't be like there's no magical repercussions for me being there.
True.
Again, that's in character because Karnak does not know if like yes, he was a witness, so he doesn't know if he does anything, will it hurt him?
Well,
We're talking about the hag. Or...
Yeah.
Oh no, I fucked her up.
You stabbed her in the kidney.
You did. I'm
You
okay
did.
with the fact that
Made
you
her-
did.
Yeah, I'm felt really good about it.
Yeah, then the
I hate
Hmm.
hags.
me Dan finished up the rest.
Right, well, Let's see if I can get this to finally fix itself. So, Jumpgate is telling me that it's fixed hexes to work properly. But I'm a little skeptical, but we will see. I'm probably gonna have to move a bunch of things around, but we shall see. Alright,
I'm nervous for next week.
Okay. Let me see if I go into GM's
Next week, we gotta get through this week first.
Yeah.
True.
Life is
Fair.
an adventure.
Yeah.
Like, what are you waiting for next week? We don't even know what we're doing today.
There
Or is it
is
above game?
something outside of games that is happening next week, which I'm nervous about.
Oh, I thought you were talking
that's
about
different.
in-game.
Nope, not in game.
Oh, then that's completely valid then.
I am like
As far as you know. As far as any of us know.
Draco.
Look, I'm just saying, we don't know what you're into. What's going on outside of game?
Wait,
unless you
what?
tell us.
Phrasing, Draco.
You said not me.
Did I not? Wait. Hold on. I may be being
You said
dumb.
that. You said we don't know what they're into.
I didn't consider my words there. I apologize that I didn't think about that until you just
This will be
pointed-
very funny in like 2 weeks after the thing happens.
Hmm.
Anyway, D&D, everybody.
Yeah, how about that Dungeons
I'd say
and
yes.
Dragons?
So does the hag have anything in their shopping cart that we can steal?
That is a good question. I'm just fiddling around with the big map for 1 second. Give me just a little bit of time here to fix that properly. Yeah, this seems about right. Okay. So, let me roll that for you. She's probably been, like, selling pastries. Yeah, she's got 60 gold.
So everyone gets 10 gold each.
Which is kind of a lot when you consider, like, they only really cost 1. Although she did charge you 5, so do with that information what you will. Could she have known? Unclear.
So what you're saying is we got scammed.
Maybe.
It was a hag.
Maybe she was taking advantage of the fact that, you know, she probably figured you were addicted at this point.
I'm addicted.
No, like what it is she heard that one asshole that's in the town is overcharging for his wares, and she's like, "Well, fuck, I can do that."
I can stand these idiots.
Damn! How much are you charging for things?
They don't know how much a pie is.
Yeah, I gave these to them for free. So, as far as they know, they cost 5 gold.
Not even a farmer could get my pies.
Capitalism.
Yep, it sure do be capitalism up in here.
The real dark god of Barovia, capitalism.
Yes. 100%.
I fucking knew it.
Alright, I think I have everything fixed now. It's still not
Really?
going to be quite working properly, but we'll do with that what we will. As I take you
I
back.
just can't wait for 2 weeks from now.
Okay. I think we're ready. I need to help chat see better. Okay. Alright, so easy enough. You collect what you're going to collect from Morgantha, and then it's off to the old windmill over yonder way. As always, nothing is going to get in your way while you're in Henrietta, because who the fuck would dare? It's just not a viable strategy to attack the giant moving house, go figure. Don't know where that went. Okay. Boom, 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 boom.
Guess while that's happening, I'm just gonna use my ability to get some spell slots back.
Sure.
Does that sound like Henrietta?
I think it'd be a lot louder and, like, heavier. That's probably closer.
Okay.
Except more bass, because, you know, it's a massive doghouse.
Yeah.
I don't know how to make it more bassy right now. I don't
Yeah.
have. If I could borrow my dad's drums, the big beta, I would have been able to do it.
Yeah, but then you'd have to explain what you needed the drums for. That probably wasn't the whole thing.
Yeah. Hey, Dathy. Yeah, I need to borrow your drums real quick. Yeah, don't worry about it. It'll be in pristine condition. I know. Yeah, you're supposed to use your palm, right? It'll be fine. I totally know how to use this drum. Totally.
For sure.
I've definitely used a Vera before properly.
Me sitting here as a percussionist. The words hurt me. Yelling, roll a d6, you actually did physical damage to me.
Okay. Flat d6.
God damn it, no! I only have 10 HP, you got me down to half.
Oh god. You did 5 psychic damage to Daluna directly. Oof. Anyway.
This is starting to feel like Yu-Gi-Oh! A little bit, where the cards have their own HP, and the player has their own HP.
It's called a shadow game.
Oh no. Anyway, Din obviously stops Henrietta well before you reach the windmill, because they would see a giant doghouse coming. And you walk the rest of the way down the path to the old windmill. Did it not change the music? Oh, there it goes. I was gonna say, that was weird.
Wait, I have a question
I might have
for
an answer.
percussionist.
Oh, then I don't have an answer.
Yes.
Have you used the tabla before?
I believe I did when I was in 6th grade. I think my music teacher had one.
Yeah, so that's what I was talking about, like a tabla type Vera drum.
They're very intricate to play. They sound pretty.
So me saying I know how to use it properly, palms, is not completely wrong, right?
No, it's not completely wrong. It's just, it's one of those, like, it's easy to learn, difficult to master.
Yeah, fair.
Alright.
I think for the sake of Henrietta's footsteps, it wouldn't be too bad, though.
Probably.
Anyway,
Alright.
aside.
How do we want to approach this? Do we want to just kick down the door and take names and such, or do we want to try for subtlety here?
You know, Dan, I forgot to ask this earlier. That contract that you signed, if I do anything, it doesn't really affect me, right?
I mean, one, you were a witness, so probably not. I don't believe you signed it. And
Like,
two,
that's the
it
reason I
wasn't
didn't really
me,
try to
it
attack
was
her.
Dave.
So I apologize to that for everyone else here. So, you know what? Fuck it. Sisters are our full game, aren't they?
Yeah.
Right, so who's knocking?
I light up a torch, and if my torch hasn't been extinguished yet, I light up a new torch and give it to Henrietta. If it hasn't been extinguished, I give the torch to Henrietta.
Okay.
To the house?
I need to figure out the mechanics of giving a torch to a house.
A giant house.
A dog that is a house
I mean, yeah.
that can
also
toss
giant.
things.
But how would it grab? Because, like, its
With
head
its
is a
mouth.
house.
It doesn't have a mouth, it's a house.
The mouth is the
Therefore,
doorway
it
of the
cannot scream.
house.
Can you put up the handout
Hang
again
on.
so we can show
Wait.
everyone?
Just so you can see.
Maybe I'm remembering wrong, which is entirely possible.
So, like, this is Henrietta.
Oh, yeah. No mouth.
Plus the house is like a mile away.
Yeah, it's way back behind you, because if you rode the house up here, they'd know something is up when they heard the ground shaking.
That's true.
So, again, the question is, do you want to go for the subtle approach, see if they'll let you in, and then attack them, or just kick down the door and take their names and asses and what have you? Kick ass,
Probably.
take names.
Probably the subtle approach would be best for us.
To be honest, I think I'd prefer the rough and tumble way, but you're probably right, the subtle approach is better.
Yeah.
Alright, mates. Are you sure they won't know something's up? Because they might have had a lot of power as a trio, and now a little bit is missing of that power.
Well, they don't have access to their coven spells unless all three of them are together at that time. So they might not have even noticed that she's gone yet. After
And plus, they won't know that if it was us because they probably still think you're still under a contract with them, so that you can't hurt her.
True. If anything,
So the
they'll think
subtle
maybe
motion will be easier for us to do. Catch them off guard.
I suppose. I mean, if anything, maybe they'll think Strahd decided to finally get rid of them from his lands. Seems a little extreme, considering they haven't really done anything aside from their normal activities, but maybe. Or some rowdy group of other adventurers happen to roll on through and get rid of her. Who could say? But now, if we're going for the subtle approach, I'll need to figure out why exactly all of us are here.
Not to be a stickler, Dan, but you said his name. You're not supposed to do that, but
Fuck!
anyway, you guys could feign like you need to get more supplies for your shop.
Actually,
More supply, or
oh,
as to point to the other three, those three wants more pies.
that was in character, by the way, that fuck. I just want to make that clear.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh!
someone may or may not be watching.
Don't worry.
Should we
Guys,
wor-
on the
should
camera.
we roll
This one
for a
for you,
perception?
Legion Mouth.
Should, like a bug game, should we all roll perception?
I don't think you'd
No.
see anything with scrying. I mean, unless you had detect magic on. I think with detect magic you could see a scry sensor, but aside from that, no.
But do we tell the group that, you know, in game that's what happens when you say his name?
I think you did.
Yeah, because
Someone
you
at
accidentally
some
said it
point.
one
Yester
time.
Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I'm usually so careful, but I guess... Well, if he is watching, then I'll just have to explain why I killed these hags. 'Cause I hate hags.
You can wash all you want. He'll just be in the splash zone.
Hmm? Let's try to come up with a story to get in there. I suppose I could be offering another gift of the ale. I think I still have a barrel or two left, and you all were an escort party. Although I have Henrietta, I don't really need an escort party at this point.
But do they know you have Henrietta right here?
He thinks about that for a moment. Well, we did arrive here in Henrietta the first time, but I think I also kept her a bit back, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
So maybe they don't know. Okay, no, then this works. You're simply my escort, and maybe some of you want some dream pastries. I mean, Morgantha's outside, and you know she's at Barovia, but we were passing by, and we thought we'd come to the source. Sound good?
Sounds like a plan.
Alright then. And with that, Dan will walk up to the door confidently as Yuki trots next to him. And I'll move you all to the map proper. I think I'll get that. Okay. And...
Hey, you have a little bit in 5 minutes.
Okay, I just sort of placed you randomly in front of the door. Is this okay for formation?
That's fine. Also, is Evie back at Henrietta, or?
Oh, that's right. I never put her on this map. I completely forgot. I'd imagine she'd come along too, so... I don't know about Lily, though. Lily's not gonna really fit through the door of this tower.
I'm gonna say she stayed.
She is very big. And the door is very small for medium creatures.
Valid.
So we will grab Evie's token and pop her on. Nope, that's her picture, not her token. But hey, here she is. Look how pretty she is. Anyway. Karnov Sheets.
Without the vestigial heads.
Yes, she did not take that deal. You're coming! The door opens. Oh wait, hold on, I have to move Dan to actually open the door properly. There we go. Well, what the fuck do you want? My apologies, Bella. I came with a peace offering. I have this keg here. We were passing through, and, you know, some of my associates here wanted to maybe partake in some dream pastries if you had any left lying around. How charismatic is Dan? Let's find out. He probably shouldn't have been the one to make this claim, but here he goes a roll of deception. Okay. Could be worse.
Wait. Above game, did we have a long rest between?
No, you wouldn't have had time to do a long rest between the two.
Okay, I don't have any bardic inspiration to give.
Ah, I see. She slowly starts to close the door on him. Unless anyone wants to intervene.
I'll put my hand on the door.
She continues to try closing it.
I'm just keeping my hands up there. Just,
no one's gonna. Okay.
just like, and I'm just looking to Dan, like, and giving them eyes, like, say something.
Look, the road's been weary, and it was very difficult to carry this here, and we just wanted a peace offering. Surely you must have some pastries around her. No, Morgantha takes them all to sell them. She might have some in a bit and she comes back. Well, when she comes back.
I guess we'll just wait outside.
Good, now get your hand off my door. She stares
looks at
directly at
Dan.
you, Raoul.
Go.
I'll go.
Let her go.
I'm gonna roll a D100 to see how Dan reacts here. High or low?
Hi.
Alright.
Hi.
What would you prefer? If Dan to step back and reevaluate planning, or just say fuck it and go in now?
Step back.
Is that unanimous with the rest of the party?
Yeah, I think step back works.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
I like the chaotic option, but I will
Honestly,
deflect.
I was just about to stab her, but
Okay. So hold on. We'll do a vote then, because it seems like we are split right down the middle here. Anyone who wants to go with the kick down the door, the munchkin option, if you will, type 1 into the Roll20 chat. Anyone who wants a more peaceful reevaluation, type 2.
sorry, 1 sec. All right.
Wisdom.
What was that decision?
So there's, well, it looks like 3 right now going for chaos. One first step back.
You know what? I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Anyone have a match?
Mm.
You know what? Yeah. Fuck it.
All right.
Yeah, let's just break down the door.
Okay.
Chaos.
All right. No, I see what you're saying. I do. Problem Lune. He just casually pulls out his arcane focus, and a moonbeam is centered directly on top of her. What level do we want this to be? Do we go for the level 2, or do we go for a higher level? Let's go
I mean,
for a
this
little
guy
more
wants
spice.
to end these hags, so it's probably the highest
True.
level.
I could have
Yeah.
him use his absolute highest level. Well, he already used etherealness, so he can't use his highest level, but he can use his second
Just-
highest level.
Just
Isn't that
Draco.
level 3?
Let's do a level 6 moonbeam as a treat.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
I was here to say, what would Dan do?
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
he's
Ah,
sick of
okay,
this.
He
Ask me and Chaga who know him the best.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
what
no
do
one
you
stand
think,
in that ring?
What do you think Dan would do? You know him well, Chaco. Luna.
No,
I think he would want to kill the hag as quickly as possible.
you know what he would do, Draco, and I think you'll agree with me.
Mhm.
He would just yell, cast the moonbeam, and when the door bursts open, buddy!
Somebody.
No. In my point of view, it just would have been like, you make a fair argument. However, just snaps his fingers, and angry mood appears above her head.
Have you considered?
Have you considered Dawn of the Final Day?
Interesting. Counterpoint.
So that is. She
That's
takes
gonna be painful.
37 damage, and they're not a shape changer, but this is a true form, so I'm going to consider it as something that would reveal her true form. Even though I don't think we ruled that last time, but well. And feel free to roll for initiative.
It'd be really hilarious as a night hag and a fiend if she was vulnerable to radiant damage.
Thank goodness they aren't.
And of course,
Ooh, Dan rolled poorly.
20.
Dan still roll better than me.
Alright, Raoul and Dan rolled similar,
Fuck it.
but Raoul would go first.
We ball. Run on.
Dun-dun.
Gonna make you hurt real bad.
Hmm.
And we just see the enemy's turn.
Okay, and
That's how every boy is.
I think Kai and Kardec are gonna have to roll off.
we could just go with their. Well, let's see.
Their
they're
initiative
both-
is the same.
Ah, well then never mind. Yeah, the two of you will have to roll off.
3.
Okey-doke. And Daluna, feel free to roll.
13.
All right,
But
Kardak
no,
would
I
go
rolled my
first.
number.
Hey!
Hey! Alright, let's change the music up to the battle music as war were declared. As Bella lets out a horrible screech as this angry moonbeam descends upon her, revealing light from inside the windmill. Just barely underneath the ceiling. A concentrated blast. You can move, like, into these spots for melee without getting into moonbeam range, so let's put Kardak up front, because he did roll better for that one. Kardak, it is your turn.
I'm gonna be like right here. He's gonna grab her mouth to stop her from screaming, and shopping grasp.
Okay. I'll allow this to go fast, because if she is in the moonbeam, so you might have to deal with moonbeam, but I will allow you if you just touch her mouth really quick and shock her. And yes, that does hit.
That's 8 points of lightning damage. Right into her mouth.
Let's go.
I hope that tastes good. I've always heard rumors.
She lets out a muffled scream as you get your shocking grasp out.
At least you don't have to worry about reactions for a moment.
True. Alright, and any bonus actions, or is that it for your turn?
That only moved two spots. He's going to move back here. He literally jumped in, grabbed her mouth, shocked her, and left.
Deuces! And that will bring us to Kai.
Alright, Scales, tack in.
Mm-hmm. The floor is yours.
Do something fiery, please, so I can fire.
As much as I would like to, this is my most effective move.
There's also a
Gosh
lot.
darn it!
There's a lot of wood in here. A 24 will hit.
Cool. And I'll put 1 smite on that.
Ooh. Okay, so let's see. That's 6,
Alright.
17, 1, 2, 3, 4, 21 damage.
Second hit.
11 is not gonna hit.
Alright, then I'll just stay here.
Okay.
Okay. Bolt.
I put this in the wrong character group, I realized afterwards.
Oh, well.
It's fine, I have both sheets up. Well, channel things visible.
Oh, let's see. From where you're currently standing, would you be able to... You'd be able to see her. She's right here. Also, there's a giant beam of light on top of her, producing light from inside the windmill, so there's no way you wouldn't be able to see her. Dan is practically getting a tan from the moonbeam, how much light is being produced.
Is that how people get tans in Barovia?
I mean, if they have access to moonbeams, I guess.
Anyway, is it my turn, Draco?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Bolt will just walk up and just kind of, he'll just kind of look at Dan, just like, excuse me, pardon me, and he'll look at I forget her name.
Bella Sunbane.
He'll look at Bella and say, "Hey, you want to know what's worse than getting stabbed with a unicorn horn and getting shocked?"
What? Ugh. Barely.
And he'll just pull out his gun.
Say hello to my little friend.
And then not
Get him shot in the fucking face!
And there I go blasting.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast gun.
The most powerful of American magic.
Thanks to the gunner feat, I can shoot into melee.
But your
I
name
don't think a 12 is gonna hit though.
No. I was gonna say, wait, you can shoot into melee, but you're not Monty Glue. That's a reference for anyone who's watched her Mass Effect.
Mm.
And Monty Glue, the pumpkin there.
Any bonus actions to declare?
I'll just kind of pop right here and who wouldn't need it? No, I'm good.
Alright. That brings us to Antonius.
I am debating on using this for Vicious Mockery. I'm debating on either holding it up, like keeping it for a later battle, or using it now.
I mean, it's a cantrip. You can use it whenever.
No, the particular verbiage I was planning on using.
Yeah, this particular barb.
Which I accidentally put in Alu's in cheat instead of Antonius's, but it's fine. Ooh. You know what? If I flip a coin and then high or low.
You can do a high or low roll for it.
How do you do flip coin?
I mean, I don't think there is a flip coin in Roll20. I mean, you could do a rolling a d2.
One.
Okay.
And that's /roll 1d2. Right, we'll say that's tails.
So what were we going with? Did you say high?
Oh, I mean, it's your call, really. We could do heads, you do it, tails, you don't, and then just roll one more time since we didn't clearly identify what we were going to be doing.
Heads we do it, tails we don't?
Yes. Heads. The floor is yours.
Okay, I guess we're doing it.
Well.
You might have heard me. I'm from a bardic group called Room 40s.
I'll go grab some here.
Right, roll that vicious mockery.
Do you wanna? Do you wanna ask? What Room 40s is?
That's an 11. She takes that 4.
Do you want to ask what Room 40s is?
What's Room 40s?
Room 40s nuts?
Well played. Well
I'm
played.
leaving.
What did I miss? I just think the reference great.
A these nuts joke.
Yeah.
Room 40s nuts?
Antonius is part of a group called Room 40s Nuts. It's fine. And Vicious Mockery also gives them a disadvantage on their attack when it is their turn, right?
You want me to just remove...
It should.
There we go. Saving throw takes 1d4 psychic damage, yet disadvantage on the attack roll. Good to know. Alright, and you don't have any bonus actions at the moment, right?
Nope.
Alright, then that brings us to Evie.
Okay. Gonna run in here.
I apologize. Yeah, I don't apologize for that.
You know.
That's fair. That's fair.
Oh no, I ran out of healing. Boy.
Yeah, that's gonna hit. -6. Oh wait, this is claws. She's not in tiger form.
Ah. Yeah, how does that work?
So the claw attacks are only in her tiger or hybrid forms. So she would have to take an action to switch to were-tiger. We could say that she did do that before coming in here, if you wanted, if you think she would. Or if you had her do that. Okay. So just for the sake of ease, so those still apply. She is in were-tiger form right now.
Alright.
And
18.
18 just barely hits.
Okay.
11. Wait.
She has 3 key points left, so I will spend 1. Flurry of blows.
Wait a minute. I just realized something. So, plus... I looked at Hag's resistances and, So that would be... Alright, so her attacks aren't quite going through, you notice, but a 16 just barely misses.
Okay.
A 12 misses.
Nope. Alright, I'm done.
That brings us to Bella. She has disadvantage, but she's also starting her turn in a moonbeam. A level 6 moonbeam, in fact. So let's see how that treats her. Let's see, that's
Just gets obliterated.
that's 25 damage if she fails.
That's a nat 1.
Let
Is
me,
a 14.
Yeah, one. There is exactly one 1 in there. Fantastic. So she takes 24 damage just from being in a moonbeam. She's looking really rough. She is.
That's a potential of 60 damage right there.
Mm-hmm. She goes to swing her claw at Dan, the one who moonbeamed her, and that's a whiff, even for Dan's very low armor class. And she can't really move anywhere. The moonbeam takes the center. She'd have to go over here, and I don't think she can move vertically up the stairs that way, so she's trapped in this moonbeam. We could have something really funny happen, though. She ends her turn. Can Yuki manage to get the final shot?
Go!
Go, pup!
Alright, let's see. Oh, she can only do 1 damage in her base form. Not enough.
That's your use bite attack.
She goes to bite at Bella Sunbane and just barely misses. Bella's freaking out, trying to get out of the way, just manages to juke her, but she growls at her. Oh wait, I just realized something that would have happened before Yuki's turn. Because you're not exactly being quiet about everything that's going on. What in the 9 hells is going on? You see the other hag come down, seeing all of you, the giant moonbeam in the center of the room.
Oh yeah, there's another one.
Oh my god, it's the meme of the guy walking in with the pizza and everything's on fire.
Pretty much.
Except it's a moonbeam, yep.
Well, this fucking sucks. It's gonna cast Ray of Enfeeblement at Kai. 23 is gonna hit. You need to make a DC 14 con save. Alright, you managed
16.
to make it. So she shoots a black beam of energy towards you, and it does manage to hit you, but you manage to fight off the effects of it. But when I hit the target deals only half damage. Oh, it's at the end of your turns you need to make the con save. I will still allow that 16 to go through since you already rolled it, but for your next turn, you will deal half the damage you would with your weapon attacks that use strength until the spell ends.
Okay.
Okay, but that would be it for a turn. Then Yugi comes in, tries to bite. It is now Raoul's turn. And a new challenger has approached.
Gonna run in up the stairs. Is the stairs like a banister where it kind of like leans over towards the bottom floor?
Yeah,
Aww.
it's a spiraling staircase with a banister going up.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to activate my Lycan form so I get advantage on this. I'm gonna grab her and throw her into the moonbeam.
Oh, hell yeah. Contested.
Well, you took-
Just clotheslines her off the rail.
You took my idea, but I was gonna suplex her into it.
So that's a 19.
Natural one. You throw this ugly
This is going
woman
great,
into the
guys.
moonbeam, who then transforms back into her true form as she takes ungodly amounts of damage. We'll start with, I'll roll 2d6s for the fall damage first, before we get into the nightmare zone for her. Alright, so that'd be 4 bludgeoning. And now, how's that con save treating you? Okay. Still not enough, but okay.
I was gonna
Almost.
say, she either takes half or she's just barely out of it.
Alright, and
Hey,
she takes-
Draco, is this a table underneath her?
What the fuck, Draco?
Look, again,
What?
Oh,
he hates
My
hacks,
God.
and yes, that is a crate that she crashes into. There's also like a
So
weird
she just
fail
falls
of
through the
buttons.
crate and then just gets annihilated by the moonbeam.
Yeah. So let's see.
Oh,
Let me get the
no.
calculator real quick.
We just had the equivalent of Undertaker throwing mankind off the top of Hell in a Cell.
And I'm not done yet. I still have one more attack.
You sure
That's
do?
so
That's
bad.
legit.
Oh,
That's
wait.
one shove.
I just remembered what was in that crate. She crushes
Oh,
some
no.
of them, but a bunch of frogs just sort of hop out of the way after the crate smashes open, and you see like 20 frogs, give or take, just hop out the doorway. So they
But
mostly get
What-
vaporized by the moonbeam, though.
I was about to say, did Frosty break my phone with me?
Yeah, even if they rolled their con save, they're not surviving with their 1 HP. A couple of them try to hop out the doorway. Eventually they learn, maybe we should stay in the box. For now. But you now know that that box had a bunch of frogs in it.
So I'm just gonna occupy Kai's face for my second attack really quick.
Mm-hmm.
$11.
11's not gonna do it.
I'll just go back up here. There's not real. I can't really go around, can I?
No, not really. With the moonbeam in the dead center, it's kind of hard. We'll also mention, can't really see it because there's a lot going on right now, there's also like this weird barrel of ichor that is sizzling in the moonbeam. Maybe something will happen with that later, but that's a later problem, as it is now Dan's turn. Dan's pretty comfy with where the moonbeam is, but you know what, he'll just move it ever so slightly off, and then back on. You can't get Offalia with that, because she's in a pretty secure area, but Bella, on the other hand, is going to take another moonbeam. You know, he has
Dead
other
yet?
spells that are really good, but when in doubt, moonbeam. I don't think there's any way she could survive this. She has 9 health. Hey, she managed to make the save. Good for her. Good for her.
Still more than 9.
Yeah, instead of taking 39 damage, she will take 20 damage.
Wow.
And you watch as she screams as she turns into dust. Well, that takes care of that, but, looks at Offalia, who did fail her save while she was in there. What could we do with you? I know. Let me grab my stuff for him because I need to find the Latin for this. Documents, where is Dan's stuff? Is it in C for Chult? Or do I not have that on here? Ah, beans. I think it was... Actually, no, I can just use Google to look this up really quick, the Latin word for what I'm looking for. Where are you? He makes, like, the zipping motion across his lips and says, Silentium. And you watch as it looks like a actual zipper appears on Ophelia's mouth and shuts it. She can no longer cast spells with a verbal component, as she is silenced. Thanks to the Witch Jinx silence. That will last for until his next turn, I believe.
Oh.
And that was his bonus action, his action, and now it's Zio's turn.
Alright. Let's see. Five. 10. 20. 15. Crap.
Where did you go?
I'm under here.
Ah, under Evie. I will send her to the back. There you go.
20, 25. Can I grapple her?
So, it'd be a little difficult to get over there because this is like a stove here in this spot.
Oh.
So you would have to go through the moonbeam for a little bit to get over to that side.
Then, never mind. You know what? Yeah, I'll do it. Fuck it.
Okay, then I will roll the moonbeam damage as you... Well, you have to make a con save regardless, so roll your con save for the moonbeam. Okay, that's just barely not enough. So that's 17 plus 15. You will take 32 radiant damage. I just noticed how much health you had.
Mm-hmm.
That's really not good.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, concentration is something you could end on, not on your turn, I believe. But I will double check that. Because otherwise you're going to get vaporized by a moonbeam. Okay, can you end concentration on someone else's turn? Okay, yes. So if Dan sees you go down in the moonbeam, he's not going to leave the moonbeam up. That would just be stupid. You make it into the moonbeam. He realizes what's happened and turns it off. Why would you walk into the... So Zio's down. Because he took his entire health and damage there.
Motherfucker.
I thought I could take it.
No!
You could not! No!
It's a level 6 moonbeam.
How did you miss that one? I thought you had it. No! No!
Well, since he's down, Karnak, what would you like to do?
Immediately, you gotta.
I just have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Would Moonbeam turn Zeal back to normal?
No, because you're not a shape changer.
Yeah, no. Doesn't work that way.
You just look
You're still a
undead.
corpse.
Gonna run over here.
Mm-hmm.
I was saving this because I knew something was gonna happen. He's gonna pry open his mouth and pour down a regular healing potion.
Okay. So a roll that it's 2d4s plus 4, I believe, correct?
Yep.
Ooh.
Oh my fucking god.
The bare minimum. It's better than 0?
It's better than 0.
We'll take it.
Mhm.
So you
And
wake
that's
up-
a full action to do that, right?
Yes.
I think even roll 20's baffled by that move.
Well, because of that,
Not my smartest idea.
No.
you owe me for this. He says that in character. Axe of Surge. Like, he's, Zeo's still on the ground, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Because that means that nothing's gonna get in the way. Karnak's gonna shatter right on her, going this way.
Okay. That's gonna damage a lot of the stuff in this room as well, but roll the shatter, and consequences come what may. There's a
Well, let's see
cabinet
the
out
first.
here and some
Oh, dear.
barrels.
Oh god.
There's also
Actually,
a
you know,
chicken
no,
feed.
I'm not gonna shatter. I'm gonna Thunderclap level 2 instead.
Okay.
That's a little bit better.
So that is a con save she's gonna have to make. You know, they have a pretty decent con, but they roll like shit, so that is gonna fail, and she's gonna take 7 thunder damage.
And fall on her ass and be prone.
And she is now prone. There's the prone. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure those are vases back there in this corner over here, so they just shatter completely upon the thunderclap being cast. And, like, the cabinet that's next to it dents in. You do hear some glass shattering, so there's probably some stuff that was in there that was glass. And some fluids are now seeping onto the floor underneath it. But is that it for your turn?
That's it.
Right, that brings us to Kai.
Yeah. Yup. Stab.
That's certainly gonna hit.
Yeah.
That's
With the smite.
23. That'll hit.
20. Oh fuck it, I'll do second level.
As a treat. Okay, let's see. 16 plus 11 plus 4 for 31 damage. She's looking really rough.
And I am a turn.
Right, and that will bring us to Bolt.
Once again, I'm gonna go right here. I actually need to be at range for this. And Bolt is gonna produce his wand, and he's going to see Offalia over here, and it's going to start sparking, and I'm gonna thrust forward and Witch Bolt.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm gonna do it at second level.
She's got to make a dex save. She is prone. I forget if that affects anything. Does being prone affect dex saves? I don't think it does.
Which bolt is a ranged attack, so bolt has to roll to hit.
Oh, that's right. I'm thinking of something else, I think. So
It's gonna be 24 to hit,
that certainly hits.
because this isn't spec. This is from my wizard list, so this isn't spec for multi-level damage yet. Oh, it is. Never mind.
All right then.
It's gonna. For fuck's sakes! It's gonna be 5 damage.
That's enough to take her down. How would you like to do this?
He just Darth Sidious is just thrust the lightning bolt out and just he's got a bit of a smile on his face, but he just thrusts the wand forward and just electrocutes the heck out of her.
She spasms on the floor as the witch bolt hits. A blue electrical mark appears on her chest. You could hit her again if you would want to, but she is very clearly dead. Innsmouth, I remember my first witch bolt. Good times. But, let me see if I can grab him real quick. There we go. I'll turn off the, Alchemist Tower battle music. He looks down at you, Zia. Zia, what the fuck? Moonbeam. Powerful. Why?
Yeah, never do that again.
See, that.
I mean,
Kardak points over again. I'm gonna need a refresh on the health potion if it's all right.
I'll give that to you. Due to circumstances. You remind me of my friend Tyrant Bane, but my spells were weaker back then, and he was very, very tanky. It's also a Minotaur. Is this a Minotaur thing? Like, is this some cultural thing I just don't understand? I'm genuinely curious.
Zio's head slowly turns towards Dan.
Like, is that offensive? Because, like, I had a friend who was a Minotaur fighter, and he would constantly run through my moonbeams. He was very big, tanky. I'm wondering if this is just a common cultural thing that I don't know about.
Granted that we got to get up close to actually do something.
You know what? That's fair.
On one hand, I get it. On the other hand,
Don't you have spells?
that
Yeah.
ranged fighter. God, I'm making that much.
My spells are for healing and buffing.
You could definitely use one of those traits right now, can't you?
Yeah, you really could.
You just see him just like snorts as he uses.
No! Don't give me that.
He used second wish.
I don't know, you're a cleric, can't you just, like, shoot ranged holy bolts out of you?
Actually, yeah, like, that's a very valid point.
I think
Can he use guiding bolt?
If I have it prepared, yes.
Old man, you're getting senile on me. Just gives him a slap on the back as he gives him 13 hit points.
Anyway, I'm gonna go explore upstairs.
Oh,
and
Yeah, I was
bolt
actually. I think seeing what these ladies had in their house might be a good idea for us.
So, before that, point of order, level up.
Yeah!
Build the Dream Pastry Coven, giving you a level up. You are now level 6.
Suddenly feels strong.
Oh,
Now, do I do it in Bard or do I do it in Rogue?
An excellent question.
I'm going to see.
Oh, sorry.
Draco, I told you in private why I'm kind of hesitant on doing the third class, but at the same time, I could possibly change my mind depending on what I'm going to get for these.
True. You can take that level in Warlock whenever you feel like. Anyone who has made a DM can take a level in Warlock whenever they feel like.
Yeah. After these,
level 5.
after
I
these
have extra attack now.
After these comics, Zio's going to roll out.
are all you guys triple classing now? Jesus.
Triple? I'm just dual classing. Should I triple class? Is this
mean,
what's happening?
Well, they
I'm
have the
seeing.
option to triple class because they have made deals with a potential Warlock patron. So they can take that level in Warlock if they so choose.
And you said which one was it for mine?
Yours was the Undead, I believe. Not the Undying, because that is garbage, if I remember correctly. The good Undead Warlock.
Undead.
Ooh, actually,
Ooh, I could take Bond of the Dragon Lords, but that's not going to do anything for me.
Yeah,
Oh,
Undead
nice.
Patron, I was correct.
I don't gain any spells, but I am happy with this. I gain a feature.
You know, while you're leveling up, this might be... I mean, we just started, though. Do you want to take a quick break while you do your level up?
Sure?
That'd be good.
Yeah, alright, so I will put the be right back on. Feel free to stretch your water, drink your legs, all that fun stuff. And I will get up for a moment. My water isn't too low, but I could refill it, I suppose, and maybe use the restrooms.
Oh.
Use the restroom.
It feels good to be a solo class.
Yeah, it really does.
Oh my god, level 6 is gonna be so fun.
Oh,
Mine's
okay.
okay.
You get the aura protection.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Hey, Jacob. That picture that I sent you.
I think Draco went to refill water.
He gone.
I
Give
just
him a
got
moment.
something from this and I actually love it.
I was
Oh,
very
shit.
tempted to take Bond of the Dragon Lord, but that was
The
like,
kitchen is not that far from
Ah.
his
for a meme. I
computer
would-
setup. I know a little too much. I feel like I know too much about him. Because came over one time.
You sure?
Huh?
I'm looking at cantrips and spells.
Okay. So I won't get my subclass order till.
I was gonna say, like, do I get my subclass or do I go for ability level up? The
Ability.
Ability.
I have no idea, but I'm just gonna say ability because it sounds cool. If I chose wrong in a later time, someone could just go back to this and be like, Yell, it's all Yell's fault.
Nah, don't regret your decisions. Live with what you built. Live with this weird conglomerate of a class.
Okay. So I don't get that till 9th level.
Oh,
6.
yes. Okay.
Stand
I think-
near me, and your saving throws will be twice as better.
I need one more level and then I'll have a max of 100 health. Feels so good. I could stand at so many moonbeams.
Oh, did I tell you about the pancakes Draco and I ended up getting?
No.
They were so fluffy. I think Draco got the fruit one and I got the Mont Blanc or whatever it was, whatever the seasonal one was. Oh my gosh, it was so fluffy. I'm surprised though, the last time I came and got pancakes, I was like, one set of pancakes was not enough, but this time I wasn't able to finish it for some reason. But the one that I have was like chestnutty. I didn't know how deep and the flavor chestnut can have. It's so good. I think I posted a pic somewhere. I'm not sure if I posted it in here though. Let me grab it. Where is IRL? There's IRL.
Yeah.
Hello. I'm talking about the us meeting up for pancakes.
Ah, those are good pancakes.
Those were good pancakes. I posted in general if you wanted to see.
Oh yeah.
I also drew Draco as Draco.
Fuck it. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm not gonna have a -1 on my wisdom anymore. I'm having a 0. Damn it.
Woo!
Yeah.
Improvements.
I am as intelligent as wise as a normal man.
What level is he? Level...
And I get more level 2 spells, which is better.
Okay.
I hope I'm not like talking too much about Draco.
No, you're fine.
Yeah,
I mean, as
it's
long
like
as it's
all-
nothing bad.
Huh?
I said, like, if you're talking too much, I mean, about me, that's no worries. As long as you're not saying anything, you know, mean. And I don't know why you would.
Yeah, that wouldn't make any sense for multiple reasons.
Hmm.
Who's this?
On my channel? My viewers?
I literally pandered to you all
Yeah.
last night.
It was an interesting strategy, and it did play off for you a couple times.
Hey, you should have subscribed to Draco Magnius.
Should've.
Have you heard of Draco Magnius on Twitch, YouTube, and Blue Sky?
No, never heard of him. Never heard of that guy.
Draco Magnius is currently 3 followers away from 50 on Blue Sky.
Oh, yeah, I am. Alright, wait. That might have changed. Hang on, let me check that real quick.
Doesn't matter.
3 followers away from 50 on Blue Sky.
Stunning strike.
Let's see. Yep, no, I'm exactly 3.
I thought it's Amy leveled up too, right?
Yeah.
She
And
sure did.
I was at a nice number, but it's now become 70,
So that brings up an
which
interesting...
isn't the worst.
that
But I
brings-
did make a post about being 69 when 69 happened.
Yeah.
Jacob, I got a question. Did you ever upload that one picture I sent you?
Oh, let me see. I think I forgot to make a token with it, but I can certainly do that while we're still on break. Also,
Because I just picked up something that would be perfect for that.
okay.
It just...
Where is
Evie
it?
now has stunning strike.
Okay. I was wondering about that. Did we want to keep her as an NPC sheet, or did we want to make her a character sheet that you can use character Mancer for?
I mean, that probably would be easier. But
And we would just have to convert it or make a whole new sheet and start from scratch, was the thing.
yeah, we could probably do that at a later time.
Yeah.
Armored head.
You got so many classes in you, man.
All the classes.
Got the class in me.
I made fun of Zio for not having range. Now he has range.
Okay, let me make sure. This was the
But don't
picture you were
you?
talking
But don't you
about,
have
right?
range in Toll the Dead?
Wait, how good's your charisma?
Yes.
Interesting.
All right.
Why do you think I'm not good at multi-class? You kidding me? I have a 0.
I mean, I could, but I'm not.
Zio doesn't have the best charisma, I'm pretty sure, but you know what? Could be funny. Actually, don't you need like very specific minimum?
You need
Stat.
you need 13. You need 13 in order to go in and out.
Okay.
Unless you want to waive that rule because of dark gods.
Yeah, because of the
Yeah, I'm gonna
vestiges.
waive it solely because of the Dark Gods for two reasons. One, you were approached by a patron, so you've already made the deal. And two, it'll be funny to have a warlock with not a great modifier in warlock stat.
It's okay. It's okay, Than. Me and you will carry the team.
You got some punny rewards.
Oh no, yelling, why?
Oh wow, we haven't done that in a while.
I could also add a fem ara.
I'm saving all my RRs for when Strahd shows up.
Okay, fair.
Okay.
That is very fair.
At least you have your
I'll save
priority
it up
straight.
too then.
I'll be right back. I just leveled up. I need to go get some water.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna go pee real quick myself.
By all means.
I got a
Why
lot
did
of
that
help.
sound more?
Yeah, that
Never
now that
mind.
I think about it, that sounded weird, didn't it? I apologize. I don't know what
You
is
all stop
with
being
me
weird.
today. I will
Happening
try.
tonight.
I don't know.
No guarantee.
What the heck is happening tonight?
I
Don't
know
worry
if it's
about
funny.
it. Don't worry about it.
Than, I don't know and I'm scared.
Listen, there are puns that need to be read. Let's get those through. I hate when funerals are before noon. I'm really not a morning person. A doctor is always calm because he has lots of patience. You can distinguish an alligator from a crocodile by paying attention to whether the animal sees you later. I plan on reading a book about torches. Some light reading before bed.
By the way, guys, I'm back and I gave myself a funny spell.
Ooh,
I gave myself a large reduce.
nice. That'll be interesting to see. And our final pun for this round of them. These toilet brushes are awful. I've had one for a while, but I gave up using it and went back to paper.
Ew.
Look, I'm just reading the puns. It's what the calendar gave me.
I took purified food and water and drink.
Neat.
I have that spell.
Also,
Yeah, just took it.
my proficiency went from 2 to 3, and now I have 50 HP.
Great.
And I have 0. I have 0 plus or minus on my modifier for wisdom now, instead of -1.
Proficiency should have gone up with like total class level.
Yeah, it's total class level.
Yeah, actually, what the heck?
I'm just happy that it's up to 3 now. Because my passive wisdom's still 10.
But still, I have purified drinking water since the winery.
Yeah, I just decided to take it.
I'm back.
I
Was
mean,
you
you guys
there?
are prep,
You
you're
don't
prep casters,
trust
so
me?
you can get whatever.
It was either that or command, and I didn't want that.
I mean, commands could be pretty cool to pull out as a
Yeah.
paladin spell.
He decided not to take it
I mean,
Flashback.
you're a prep caster, you can grab it whenever you
Yeah.
want.
True.
for reasons.
Yes, flashback is mother. She can use it without actually using a spell.
That's not the reason why he's not taking taking it. She doesn't need that.
Like I said, she can cast it without actually using the spell.
Yeah, it's built in. She can do it at will.
I have extra attack now.
Nice.
Nice.
Cool.
So now I can shoot gun 2 times.
All right.
Welcome to the extra attack club.
Bang bang.
I am still not there yet.
Yeah, you're delaying yourself even further by taking 1 level in Warlock.
I will survive.
Listen, it was funny. He did it for the content.
Hoshi, if Zio cares, Raoul did not dog on you for running in there. It's like, confused but okay.
Raoul over
Okay,
here, you're an
yeah,
adult, you can
close.
make your own choices.
He couldn't get in there close enough to do anything. He didn't want to sit back and not do anything. He wanted to hit shit.
Valid.
There you go, Doggo, for not using range spell, so this was the easiest way to get range spell.
Why are you?
You know what's an easy way to get range spells? Using Toll the Dead.
Guiding Bolt,
But-
also a pretty good range spell. In
Pretty
the
good
cleric
spell.
wheelhouse.
He's an old man. You really think you remember? He is 53 years old.
Didn't realize
You're
you get
like-
memory loss at 53. Goddamn. It's so sad.
You're more than twice my age, man.
It's so sad. Poor
If I
Zeno.
remember, like, I think expect, like how long the entire thing is like. I think it's 70.
Jeez.
I think.
Well, hopefully we don't run into anything that ages people.
Yeah, that would suck.
Imagine knowing your own character's age.
I started drawing something and I don't like it, so I'm gonna delete it. How do I delete things?
What do you mean? What do you mean? Imagine my Kardak's only 20.
Where did you
No, I mean, for reasons I don't have an age for Raoul.
Yeah.
Because he does not remember.
Yeah, why would
Guy's
he
30.
remember?
I'm technically only alive for 6 months.
I love the joking when he said that he treats you guys like his kids.
So basically, what Ron was saying
Yep.
is Raoul is baby. We know this.
I'm at least 20. Physically. But it's okay, Zio, you're my dad.
I'm your dad! I'm your dad!
You're my dad. Boogie woogie woogie.
We were thinking of two
No, see, the sad thing is, I didn't say it out loud, but I was actually thinking of that because I watch Radar Vance Jr. on Twitch.
It was in my head.
You-
I was thinking it.
You are my dad. You're my dad. Woogie woogie woogie.
I was thinking of something completely different. Aurelia, my friend Aurelia, she got obsessed with this one song where it's like, I'm your dad, I'm your dad, I'm your dad, call me daddy.
You made it weird yelling.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's weird.
That was the song though.
The song is
You didn't have to
weird.
sing it.
I will smite the weirdness.
I think this entire session is just weird. We should just name it weird.
Oh, but I liked Hag
blast
Season.
it.
Huh?
I named it Hag Season because you killed 2 hags.
The raid,
That's fair.
the raid message is gonna be weird, all lowercase.
No, it's gonna get weird.
Do.
I don't know why the song from American Dad came on in my head. Where Steve and Roger were saying, Daddy, come home. I never find another body just like you, don't you?
Okay, so
Also, hello side note, Draco looks really nice in hats.
aw, thank you.
Only reason why I mentioned it is because remember how we couldn't find a mirror?
Oh yeah.
And I still have that picture on my phone of you trying out a hat.
So
Fan, what is that?
Hoshi.
Fine steed.
Oh, interesting.
Summon horse.
I play horse.
Remember
in
what
attack
we
mode.
came in on?
Gonna ride to Castle of Barovia with a camel.
Hopefully this works better than Draco did trying to find someone for Green Bean.
No, you know what this means, don't you?
Hmm.
Now that we have a horse, we can do Skyrim hacks and just climb up the mountain with the horse.
Oh
What's
my
the
God.
horse's name?
Horse,
Is it Green
I'm getting
Bean?
I'm getting a camel.
I mean,
I told
you have Bull.
Either that or a mastiff.
That? I mean, I think you're too big for a mastiff.
I don't know. It's one of the options.
I mean, yeah, but like a mastiff is a medium-sized creature. I'm pretty sure.
You can make it work.
You can make it work.
Your DM might allow other animals to be summoned as a steed.
I mean, there is one person in this party that would fit on a mastiff.
True.
Steed.
Oi!
Jesus.
Stan, I don't know why, but you're not gonna use that spell to like summon it for a steed, but I don't know why I imagine you just summon just a realistic lion. It's like I cast a spell and just
Doesn't
a
even
lion
move.
shows up.
It's just a picture.
It's like, what does he do? I don't know. He's just here.
It's just a
Lion
magazine
things.
cutout.
You're like, Andros, why the heck did you just send me a realistic picture of a lion?
I don't know, man. The fields are weird. The fog is weird.
Okay, I think I've made your token proper now, Hoshi, with the full armored outfit.
Like, I don't think I'll ever use Fine Steed, but
I'm not sure. Did you end up doing the puns, or was that?
Oh yeah, I did it while you were out.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. I just wanted to be sure that it happened.
And I guess I should change the reactive image too, considering. But to do that, I'm gonna have to do it on my laptop.
I am being a very bad Buddhist right now. There is a mosquito hovering around in my room for like the fifth time.
That sucks.
They need to reincarnate it. Reincarnate it, just smack it.
Yeah, but that's technically going against being a Buddhist. Hence why I'm saying I'm being a bad Buddhist trying to kill it. I'm aware of the hypocritical nature of my actions.
Listen, I'm Jewish, but I don't eat kosher, so you know,
Fair.
I ain't gonna judge you for not following your religious doctrine to the T.
Are we all back now?
I think. Okay.
I don't know. Mentally, I'm not sure. Physically, yeah.
Fair. Fair.
You're all over the place today, yelling.
Yeah.
I have my reasons, and I can't say on stream. Well,
I
it's
believe.
not that I can't. I just choose not to yet.
I believe
mean,
the
it is
technical
October.
term is yelling. You're full of beans at the moment.
Beans?
At least that's what I've
Beans.
heard. Beans.
Beans.
Yes. I
Beans.
don't recall where. I think it's from the Unexpectables in Monty Glue. Or maybe just her streams in the wild, or of the Mad Mage stuff.
Are you bullying Mr. Tally?
It might have also been where her expression beans came from.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah, it is. Well, that reminds me, I gotta get caught up on the Unexpectables.
I thought the expression beans was like a thing for a while though.
I mean,
It has, but it's just
It was, but the
She popularized it.
was it her or Taka? I think it was Taka that actually started saying it.
One or the other.
The brother and sister, so it's
Yeah.
like it's okay to say either one.
Just now I think about like if Monty and Taka ever do a podcast together, the podcast should just be called Beans.
yes. I like
Well,
that.
The funny thing is that now Monty can go to the bar because she has a VTuber now.
Oh, I didn't realize she got a VTuber.
Right.
Neat.
She debuted a chibi VTuber today.
Ooh.
Cause her I guess you could call it her old model was the retro monitor / video game controller character.
Oh,
And then she had the other one, like the IRL helmet that she wears.
the Protogen helmet.
Yeah.
Okie doke.
Anyways, game.
Yeah. I have properly shifted Zio to full armored Zio, so I think.
Oh
we're
my
good.
gosh, the chibi looks so cute! Oh my god! I love it!
But let us head back in. So, before anyone moves anywhere, this isn't like serious business, but the frogs start hopping out of the crate now that they're pretty sure things have settled down. There's significantly less than before, but that's still a lot. That's like 10... They're actually toads now that you get a better look at them. They just sort of hop out the door as if nothing has gone wrong. There's also a chicken coop in here. It doesn't really mark where it is if that's the stove right there, so I'm going to say it's over there is the chicken coop. There's a cabinet right here if anyone wants to look into it before heading upstairs. It did get dented in a little, so maybe not everything is in there, but you can certainly see what is in there.
The rest of you investigate what's down here. And Half-Hour will make his way upstairs, and whenever that scene happens,
Alright.
it'll happen, but everyone else can... Well, whoever wants to join can go up, and whoever wants to investigate...
I already said I was
I'll
going
go.
upstairs.
Okay, so Bolt
Alright,
and
so
Raoul so
you go
far.
up there.
I'll bring you guys upstairs in a moment. Actually, no, I'll just
Zio's
carry
still-
you over.
Zio's just gonna stay there, laying on the ground.
Okay. Alright, let me move you over to like here instead. There we go. Alright, does anybody want to check the cabinet while they're down here?
Fuck it. I'll go.
Alright. I'll move you over. So you
I shall join.
Alright, so you head on over, you open the cabinet, and there's some baking ingredients, some herbs, some wooden bowls. It's a mess in there. Because the cabinet got dented in, there's flour and sugar and all sorts of stuff just sort of bashed all over the place. There seems to be some gourds. Can't tell what's really in the gourd unless you pour it out a little bit. But there were some elixirs also in here, but they were glass bottles. So there's also this ooze on there. You do see some labels that used to be on them. One was apparently labeled youth, and there's like a gold syrupy substance that's just leaking out of that shattered bottle.
Right, goes that.
There's a second elixir that it was labeled laughter. That one seems to be okay. It's like a red tea-looking substance. And the last thing, which also shattered, was like a milky, greenish fluid called mother's milk.
Yeah.
Huh.
There's also, even weirder, there seems to be a dozen locks of hair tied to the inside of the cabinet doors. Like, of
Like-
different colors.
Guess pull them out.
Yep, they sure do look like locks of hair.
If I'm also investigating, could I want to try something stupid and maybe smart, but also stupid.
Okay.
I dip my tail in the youth.
Interesting. Your tail opens its mouth and starts to drink it. And it appears younger. I'm going to read you exactly what this says. The first elixir labeled youth is a golden syrup that magically makes the imbiber appear younger and more attractive for 24 hours. So your tail now looks younger and more attractive for 24 hours.
Just the tail!
Just the tail.
The tail is hyper attractive, guys! Look at my hyper attractive tail.
Mm.
Zio says something. Look at that. You go over and do this. Drink it. He's a spirit routine.
Alright, it doesn't give me like a very specific age range, so even though it's
How
only really
young
one
can a tail
usage.
get? What would a young mimic be?
It gets just smaller. Significantly smaller.
Can't shapeshift into a lot of stuff yet, so it looks like a coin.
I want to point out that as soon as I heard the potion that had the word laughter written on it, I just immediately thought of like you open the cork and you begin to hear like sitcom laugh track playing.
That would be great.
Kind of just look at the hairs that I have and just look at the corpse with the hag.
Yeah, it doesn't look
See if
anything
the
like
hair
their
matches.
hair.
Mm.
Dan's gonna walk over and look at the gourds curiously. He pours some of it out. It looks like a type of powder. And just be Arcana. I guess I'll say it's Arcana to identify, even though it's technically baking supplies. I can't think of what else he would roll for this, so fuck it, it's Arcana.
Nature?
16? This is bone meal. Not sure exactly of what, but there's enough animals around here to be one of them. Probably for baking, I'd wager. If I had to guess on the hairs, hags have been known to eat children. So maybe that's where those hairs are from.
Oh.
Draco, can we bolt hear this from upstairs?
Yeah, they're speaking at a normal volume, and you've just gone up one flight of stairs. I think you could still hear.
I just want to roll a quick intelligence check.
Oh,
If that is okay.
I'm so happy
From
these
there.
bitches are dead.
15. Interesting.
I'm Bolt, hold up a moment. We're also gonna walk back down. Where was that bone meal at?
Oh, it's in the cabinet over here. There's a few gourds of it.
I'm gonna smell the bone meal.
Interesting.
Does it smell like human bones?
Interesting question. You know it does. It does smell like human bones.
Does this proc? Like, I'm thinking above game, what I think that is.
This entire windmill just oozes evil. It smells absolutely foul to you in here. Like,
You guys are just gonna see.
oh, sorry. I was gonna say, it's like oppressive in here. How horrible the evil stench is.
Raul's gonna have like that horrified look on his face. And he's just like holding the gourd with the bone meal saying, "These are human bones." And his eyes are gonna go to Kai holding the locks of hair. And look towards the bottles that's like youth, laughter. They were using children in those pies.
How many bones are there?
Well, it's not like the physical bones, it is bone meal. It has been ground down into a powder. And now that this is mentioned, this is a windmill. And the main purpose of a windmill is to grind things into powder. That's why they held it up here. So they could make children into bone meal.
Better question.
The-
How many strands of hair did I find? Are each of them different?
Yes, they're each different, and it's about a dozen locks of hair.
A dozen. Okay.
There's a reason why Zeus actually how many are there.
They've been.
Antonius's
You've been
eyes
eating,
are just.
You've been eating children.
So I will...
Antonius's eyes are just bugging out because he just dipped his tail into the youth one. In addition to the blood thing, the blood pies, but
So I will say it says several gourds of powdered bone. It doesn't give me an exact number, so I'm gonna say there's probably like 12 children. There's a lot of bones in the human body. I'm gonna say that it's probably about, let's say, 6 gourds worth of bone meal.
I need to step outside.
It's,
how do I force my tail to throw up?
what was that?
You have no
What's my
idea.
hair?
And I'll just
You
move
don't.
it outside.
And I was gonna look towards like Kardak and kind of shout up to Bolt. Bolt, you probably need to vomit right now.
I mean, how long ago did they
God
eat
damn
the
it.
pies? I don't know if it's any consolation to you, but it may have passed through your system already.
I don't know if that makes it better or worse, honestly.
No, I completely understand.
You know what? I think it's better for everybody that I just pretend I'd never heard any of that, and I'm gonna take a look at this mechanism.
Zero's just
I'm gonna pretend. Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's
we'll
a
do
very
that.
fair thing. Let's just
See,
continue robbing these dead people.
Yeah.
Zero,
What's left on these dead corpses?
Zero will look at the bottles and just say out loud, I can bring them back.
No.
You want to try and bring them back?
I mean, I don't think that's possible. We need a very powerful resurrection magic. Oh, wait. Wait, was Dan around when... Well, you were at his hut, but did you mention you can bring things back regardless of how long they've been gone?
I told everybody that I could bring the dead back. I didn't say how long ago.
Okay. So
Is
then,
there?
How much would
yeah.
you even need?
We would need to look at the resurrection spell, because it is basically that. And touch of dead creatures, well, then no more is not important, because it doesn't matter how long they've been dead. The soul is free and willing. Returns to life. Spell neutralizes any poison, cures diseases, doesn't have remove magical disease, blah blah blah. Sorry, remove the spell. Closes all mortal wounds and restores any missing body parts. But this is like, I mean, this is powdered bone. I don't know if it would work with powdered bone, like, because it says it restores missing body parts, but this is a missing body. And they are...
There isn't really a body to restore.
Yeah.
And also, not to be that guy, but it also requires a soul. Did any of these children have a soul? 'Cause
That is
this
also a
Barovia.
valid question. You wouldn't know that for sure.
And if they, the other one, this is gonna start turning into dungeon meshy, or delicious in dungeon, however you like to call it.
I mean, considering
I-
what you guys
You
ate,
know what? You know what I'm talking about.
I don't think there's any part of this that is delicious.
No,
No.
that's not what I meant. The,
Unfortunately, it was before you knew what the fuck was in there. Now it makes you sick to your stomach.
and now you guys are addicted to it.
Mm-hmm.
well, my tail might be.
Well, Kardak and Bolt do still have to make rolls against addiction until that finally goes away.
Do I have to do that now?
No, at the end of the day, when you're winding down, is when you make the con save. And if you fail, you're gonna eat one, regardless of whether you want to or not.
But I don't have one.
You don't.
Well then.
You're going to go through withdrawals then, is what that means.
Or you're gonna try stealing someone else's.
Or that. There is someone who does have Dream Pastry still. But anyway, hey Bolt, up here on the second floor, the windows are caked in dirt, which allows very little light to enter this 8-foot-tall chamber, most of which is taken up by the large millstone in the center, connected to a wooden gear shaft that rises through the ceiling in the center of the room. There's a stone staircase that continues further up towards this. Well, that part isn't there because they're dead. So yeah, it sort of... It can't be moving because there's no one here to operate it at the moment, but there's like, what would the word be? You know, like on a ship, how it has the wheel that people turn? It doesn't have like that full wheel, but it has like poles that are clearly for people to grab and turn this mechanism.
Is this a lid that's on top of this thing, or is it just a base mechanism?
It's like a stone lid. You could lift it up to put stuff in, and if you do you want to lift it up first and foremost?
You know what? We've already gone far enough down this nightmarish rabbit hole. Fuck it, I want to lift it up.
You lift it up, and you see that there is a skeleton in there, roughly the size of a child. It's partially cracked down, so it looks like they were starting the process at the very least before they had to come down and invite you in.
Yeah, that checks out.
Invite us in?
Well, answer the door.
Bolt just walks over, yells down the stairs. Hey guys, there's a skeleton up here in the grindy thingy. I think that just pretty much confirms everything we've been thinking.
Well, you hear upstairs, "Hello? Is anyone there?"
Zeus.
Bolt
Immediately.
Yeah, Bolt just immediately starts dashing up the stairs.
Okay.
I'm sorry about
Kardec
this.
follows.
Full sprint.
I'm sorry about this. Zeus going to knock everybody out the way.
Okay. Zio.
Right.
So Zio's gonna just steamroll people down. Anyone else running upstairs?
Kardec is
So
running
Zio,
upstairs.
Kardec, Bolt.
I'll run up after Zio, not to get bulldozed.
Okay. So
Barely.
Raoul. There's not a lot of room in here, but I will try to move you around so that there's at least... Okay, so it's in order. That'd be Raoul, Kardec. Let me try to force you a bit further in. There we go. Bolt. And let me describe the room that you now find yourselves in. In a rotten... there's the thick wooden gear shaft that Bolt you saw from above right here. There seems to be like a little nub there that's the very top of it, because obviously it has to go all the way through. There's a rotten wooden closet right over here that has 3 crates in it, stacked one atop another, with small doors set into them. Next to the closet is a heap of discarded clothing, all child-sized. A ladder climbs a wooden trapdoor in a 9-foot-tall ceiling, and a moldy bed with tattered canopy stands nearby. In the crates, you see some children that are squeezed into like a 3x3 square cage. It's easy enough to open the door. It's just a simple latch system you can undo and let them out. There's 2 of them, a boy and a girl.
Bolt would 100% stray as soon as seeing that, would just go ahead and just break the lock open. He doesn't even think to just open it, he just yanks and tries to just rip the lock off.
And easy enough, you see a Barovian boy and a girl. The boy has to be like around 7 years old, and the girl can't be more than 5.
Okay. I haven't done this with him yet, but anybody who looks at Kardec right now his entire body is actually sparking, and he looks angrier than you've ever seen him before.
Theo will go to the children and pat them on the head. It's okay. You're safe now.
Also, I'll be right back. My grandma's calling me.
They'll begin to cry, holding on to you. Obviously, they've been through a lot. It's gonna take a while for them to calm the fuck down.
Zio will carry both of them in both his arms. And then he will look at Bolt. Where's that skeleton?
Next level down inside the stone thingy. Just lift it up, you'll see it.
I can grab it for you if you want, Zio.
Bring it outside. And Zio will walk the kids outside.
Okay. And I think Dan is also going to be sitting outside after everything that's been revealed. Just sort of leaning up against the tower.
I'll take as much time as I need to carefully get the skeleton out. Try to not damage it even further.
Yeah, it is going to be a little difficult considering, it's partially ground down at this point. I guess roll me survival.
24.
You manage to get the bones. Like I said, it is a bit powdered right now, but you can manage to get most of the bone fragments, and some of it is powder. There's nothing you do about that. But if the spell works the way you think it does, this should be acceptable.
Draco, did you say there was a trap door up here?
Yes, there is a trap door. Let me move Zio out with the kids so that you can see more of the room here. And
All right, sorry about that.
Yeah.
My like I said, once my grandma calls, I'm gonna answer every single time.
Fair. Right, so there is a trap door right here and a ladder. It leads straight
Well,
up.
we'll start walking up the ladder and try to see what's on the other side of the door.
Alright, and I'll describe that for you. We should also move Raoul down. We'll say he's grabbed the bones. And let us show you the very top of the windmill. Excuse me. I guess I'll give chat your view as well so they can see what's going on up here before I start describing. Region. Perfect. Okay. You've reached the windmill's peak. A domed chamber filled with old machinery. There's not much room to move around. Light slips into the attic through small holes in the wall. You do see some old abandoned bird nests also scattered about here too. But apart from that, not much. There's obviously the mechanism that turns the windmill itself.
Let's see. I have an idea. If you say would take too much time, then understandable. But the idea is basically Bolt will see this mechanism, I figure there's teeth goes into other thing and spins the thing.
Yeah.
And Bolt wants to just grab his, he's got a hammer, or he's got a hammer or mace, whatever, and he just wants to just start trying to just break off these, the teeth of these gears that spin this mechanism as a way to say, oh, they can't use this anymore to do this now.
Yeah, that would take you some time, but you could certainly bash off a few, if not all of the teeth. Give it I don't know, let's say 30 minutes of just beating the hell out of these teeth so they are in no shape to properly fit together.
Yeah, he'll do that.
Alright.
Well,
Yes.
So anybody on like the floor underneath, you'll just start hearing banging coming from above you as Bolt is just trying to bash the teeth out of this mechanism.
can you move Kardak to where he runs up to help or to go where Bolt is?
Yeah, if you're on the 3rd floor, you saw Bolt go up. If you hear that, you can very easily go up and assist. It takes less time with the two of you working together to beat the tar out of this mechanism so it can no longer work.
Well, here, can I roll a strength check? Because I mean, I want to see how pissed off he is at this punch.
Oh, absolutely, go for it.
With a 14.
All right. With a 14, like, it's an immobile well, it's moving technically because the windmill is turning, but
Actually, wait, what am I doing? Not a strength check. Two-handed battle axe.
there you go. I'm still gonna say that hits it. You leave a good solid dent into this thing. It is no longer functional after you and Bolts, simultaneously working together, just beat the tar out of these gears. No one will
I was
ever
also
use
thinking
this.
I could roll like sleight of hand as a way to just like Ball isn't trying to like bash it, but he's just trying to pry, not take it off, but just try to like bend it and pry it enough to where it wouldn't work.
I gotcha. Yeah, I'll
Disable
allow
it.
that. You can use sleight of hand to like take out some of these gear teeth or bend them or misshape them how you will. Yeah, with a 9, it's not quite working as well as you'd hope, but then Karnak comes in with
Would
a
you-
battle axe.
I was gonna say, could you argue advantage because Kardak's helping?
I mean, I feel like it would make your job more difficult if you're trying to do this with finesse and then suddenly a man with a battle axe comes in and just slams into it.
No, fair enough. Point being, we get this done in a decent amount of time, regardless.
Yeah. Just beating the ever-loving shit out of this. Those of you that are outside do watch as the windmill stops turning completely.
Depending on how loud we're actually being, I don't know if our bashings would be audible from outside the windmill.
Let's see, you're 4 floors up. Maybe. Dan leaning up against the windmill. So once everyone's out of there, we're going to burn this thing down, right?
Agreed.
Agreed.
Yes.
Guy doesn't say anything.
I'm still in shock.
Eventually, I figure eventually the two of us finally like head back and make our way out.
Yeah.
Kardak is still sparking, but he's not as angry as he was when he heard the children's voices.
Yeah. Bull would just look into everybody and say, well, for what it's worth, I may have done a little home disimprovement and made sure that the mechanism of this thing doesn't work anymore.
Zeus gonna walk over to the skeleton. And he's gonna try to bring it back.
Alright, so first question, do you want the children seeing this, or do you want to move them away from the corpse that's about to become a person?
I will tell Kai to take the children away.
That's not a good idea.
Or somebody.
Evie will
I could try to
look at-
lead them.
Oh, I was
away.
going to say, if you want to take that, then by all means. They're a little hesitant around you, but from what they've been through, understandable, but eventually they acquiesce and come with you. Over, like, the side of the windmill, we'll say, where they can't see what's about to happen.
For what it's worth, I'll just try to sit there calmly with them. If they need something big and fuzzy to pet, they could just pet me.
They will, as you sit on over there. Right, so I need to make a roll here to... well, 2 rolls, technically. One to see if this kid was soulless or not. Zio, high or low?
Why?
Interesting. Okay. So, how do you perform your resurrection spell?
He will place his hand into the child's chest, well, the skeleton's chest. And he will close his eyes and think of his son. And think of bringing him back. His wanting to bring him back to life, he'll use that to bring this skeleton or this child back to life.
Alright. Light radiates from your hands as bones begin to mend and flesh begins to come in. I need you to roll 2d8s. Your max HP is now reduced by 7. Permanently, unless you break off your deal with Zatoon at any point in time. And you all watch in amazement as this child gets brought back to life. His flesh covers his bones. He is naked, though, unless someone grabbed some of the clothes from upstairs. They did look like they were for children.
Like, if the instant that he put up, like he's like his flesh started coming back, Karnak would have like taken his vest off and wrapped it over him, because it probably would be like a blanket to him.
Yeah. And let me...
Like, can't have that. Can't have that.
Oh. Oh. Thank the gods.
Where am I?
Oh, I'm tired now. Oh.
I remember the old lady and the knives.
It's okay. It's okay.
They can't hurt you anymore.
We made sure that you're gonna be fine.
And he begins to cry and grabs onto... I guess Karnak would be the closest person.
Oh yeah, Karnak would openly take the hug, and basically he went from angry to big brother. Like, I need to comfort this little, or is it a boy or a girl?
This one's a boy.
Like, I need to comfort this little boy. So, like, he's very, very affectionate all of a sudden. Like, you're fine. You're fine. Just let it out. Get you home. We're gonna reunite you with your mom and dad. You okay? You have my word. All right.
Wait, wasn't there a commission about finding children?
I don't believe there was, but he tries to choke back his tears. He says, I don't want to go back. They sold me for pastries.
It's okay.
What?
Like, you can hear, like, he's angry at that, but they aren't going to be able to bother you anymore. The pastry witches are gone.
Starting to understand the business they ran here, if you could call it that. They get people addicted to the pastries, so much so that they're willing to give up anything, including the ingredients they need for the pastries. This place needs to be burned down. Dan, not a very strong man, kicks the side of the fucking windmill. Hurts his foot. Tries to hide it.
We all saw that, Dan.
He fails to hide it. It hurts like a bitch.
We all hear his toe crack.
He hides his cursing under his hand.
There are children around, Dan.
My grandmother cursed all the time. He will gladly move out of the way. You roar. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, he's just going to Afridi's roar inside the house to set everything on fire.
All of the wooden things in here burst into flames. The barrel with the ichor starts to bubble, and you see this creature reach out, screaming in pain, as you have set it alight.
Were we supposed to do that?
Who cares? Fuck him.
To be fair, he's almost dead from that. The entire room around him is on fire. He's boiling in whatever this ichor is. And then he and the barrel fall over, and he dies.
And then probably gets crushed by all the falling debris.
Yeah. If you want to see what it is.
Oh no, anyway.
Pretty much.
You're so...
And
Kardak,
I will
at
simply
this
walk
point,
back to
Kardak
Henrietta's.
has
Was
there- was there clothes given to the kid?
Yeah, there was clothes upstairs. Did you grab some actual clothes? Because if you didn't, they're currently on fire.
That's why I'm asking, because I have one or two ways I can play this.
Is he sure, just to save the awkwardness?
Yeah, I'm gonna say
I-
you grabbed...
I mean, Zio did say you go grab the skeleton and he's gonna try to bring it back to life,
So yeah,
while
I
we're
feel
all in the
like
same room.
you would all be smart enough to go, he's probably gonna need clothes. Resurrection doesn't bring clothes back.
Alright, so Kardak would have basically let the little boy change into the clothes. Be holding him holding him basically over his shoulder. Be like,
Yeah.
alright. So what are we gonna do with these little guys?
There is the orphanage in Vallaki. Honestly, I think that's the move. Obviously, you can't take them along with you. Your adventurers, they'd be in danger constantly.
I wouldn't ask you to, I wouldn't ask to burn you with such an idea either. So.
The only place I know of is there's an orphanage in Vallaki.
That's what he just said.
Yeah, Dan mentioned the orphanage.
Huh.
He's been there long enough to know there's an orphanage. He goes, I mean, I do have a child back in Chult, but I don't know if I can take care of all of these kids on my own. Plus, considering the devil may have watched what happened, he might have questions, and I don't want to put them in that risk.
Bardak says out loud, well, if the devil is watching, I think that because of this, we are justified in our actions, aren't you?
Yes.
Like,
Well, to be fair, I don't know if they made some kind of deal or whatnot. That's up in the air, but I don't think they did. That's why I felt justified in having all of us come here and destroy them. But there is the possibility he could be coming around. Maybe asking why I worked with all of you. I don't know for sure at this point.
Just
All right.
thought of
Well-
something.
What did you think of?
Above game, didn't they mention that a seed was in there?
A seed?
Yeah. One of the seeds.
No.
No, that's another hag has a seed.
Okay, thank
Yeah,
God.
that's Baba Lasaga.
Okay, we're good.
We
What is a seed?
That's in
one of the
Right.
items we need for the to feed.
To heal the land.
yeah.
Ah, that seed.
There's
could
three.
probably take
Sorry, go ahead.
we could probably take the children to the church.
The church or the orphanage.
I think
The
the church
church.
and the orphanage are well, not attached to each other necessarily, but I believe the church uses the
They
orphanage.
work together.
Yeah, it is named after Saint Andrel after all. So
I feel more better if we let him.
besides, I mean, I feel like it'd be better if they were around other children, like at the orphanage.
That is the only option we really have right now.
All right. Dan, I believe we have a house that we could take them to in the meantime.
Absolutely. Let's get out of here.
See, we'll put each one children on each shoulder and carry one.
I like to imagine one of them, let's say it's the 5-year-old girl, is like sitting right on the back of Zio's head and holding both of his horns.
Could I use Unseen Servant to carry one of them? Or
No.
would that not really
No,
work? No.
children are too heavy for Unseen Servant.
I refuse to let anybody else carry the children.
Let's Zio
Why?
do his dad thing.
Kai left as soon as he burned down the house.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Alright.
So back into the hut we go.
Yep. Wait, why is your token back to... That's weird. Let me fix... Before we move on, I want to make sure I have the correct token. Because for some reason, Zio has his old token back.
Good.
At least on my side. You know, for some reason your
On
token...
my side too.
It's not like it matters. We're gonna be gone from this map anyway.
True, but I want to make sure the correct token is on his sheet. For when we need to drag and drop. Let's grab... Okay, no, so yeah, it is in fact not changed. Alright, so I will adjust this token and make it correct. So... Shouldn't take me too long. AC, AC, and I need to make sure you have vision, night vision, 60 feet of night vision, yellow, trail, And last but certain not least, update default token. Okay, now you should have the correct token. And we will move you all back to the Barovia map. And let's turn off this. There is... It's not too far from Vallaki from here, especially not in Dan's hut. Henrietta makes her way back to where he had set her up before. She gets herself rooted in the ground, and you walk back to Vallaki proper. It's starting to get close to the end of the day at this point. You've all been through a lot. After you set the children up at the orphanage, you make your way to... Well, I guess that's up to you. Do you want to go to the inn while you're in Vallaki right now? Or where would you like to go?
I'm gonna stay at the church.
He's gonna stay at the church too.
I think it was there after church.
Alright. Sounds like most everyone... does anyone want to use anywhere but the church, or do you all just want to hang out in the church for a bit?
I am nervous about hanging out at the church, but I will not stray from the party.
Okay.
It's either the church or Dan's house, right?
I mean, you could also go to the inn in
Yeah.
town. You have free rooms there because you helped with the Wizard of Wines thing.
Asmodeus here with me. Let's go to the inn.
Did you say
Anyone else want-
Asmodeus?
Or, God damn it!
The fucking
You've been
devil.
calling them Asmodeus all game.
I know.
Fucking Asmodeus
I-
rises from the ground. Yeah, you're right. We should go to the inn. Come on, guys.
I am so sorry, yelling.
It's okay. I'm like, I didn't recognize who you were talking to because I'm like, that's not Antonius.
Antonius, you're with. Let's get. I am bad with names.
It's
to be
okay.
It's fine.
I'm also bad with names. Let's be bad with names together.
Anyway, Antonius here with me. Anyone else want to go to the inn?
Yeah, sure, why not? I'm not really a huge fan of churches anyway.
And I never thought I'd say this, but after right now, and knowing what this dumb curse on my head shows, he points to the fact that there's still a
You're sober.
it says sober right now
Still sober.
for another 14 days.
I swear, that's gonna be stuck with you until the end of the campaign.
It might, honestly.
Fuck it, I think I'll partake in at least a single ale.
Alright. So, you all wind down. Half the party goes to the inn to enjoy some fine ale. Well, wine. They serve wine here.
Yeah, that's it. I'll make it known. Karnak only drinks a single glass. It doesn't affect him. Like, it wouldn't affect him either way. But he's only letting himself have one.
The rest of you go to the church for some prayer and guidance. Would anyone like to do anything when they get to the church proper?
I don't need to say what I want to do.
It's a long day. I need to see her.
Zio will try to pull Kai aside.
What do you want?
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am.
You're quiet. You're never quiet.
Then I guess you should be celebrating.
What's on your mind?
A lot.
Like?
Do you remember why we're here?
Yes.
To look for 3 children.
I know. That's why I was hoping. If I could bring that child back, it will probably be one of them. Colby, Diana, Leslie. I was hoping it was one of them.
Say, that little stunt you pulled to, revive that kid,
Mm-hmm.
was it because of one of those vestiges?
Yes. Yes, it is. I could
Then-
bring anybody back to life.
And
No
who
matter how long.
who is to say if you don't do your end of the bargain that he goes back to being dead? I don't trust anything in this land. Not them. Hags. Even fucking Leechmouth over there in his big old castle.
That's understandable. But I will do anything to keep all of you alive, even if it risks my life. So if it goes in taking a deal to keep you from dying, I'll do it.
Do me a
Or
favor.
if it goes to the point of children are in danger, or if a child dies, I will do it.
Do me a favor. If I'm dead, just leave me like that. I do not want to be revived with anything that those gods have to offer.
That's the thing. You're stubborn. You're not willing. It wouldn't work then.
No. I've always been stubborn. And honestly, that's the only thing that's keeping me alive.
If I'm not able to make it to you in time, I won't. And I give that to you as a promise.
Good. Then I have no issues.
But all I have to say, if you do die, don't die like a bitch. As he starts laughing.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go to the graveyard now. So,
Alright.
do what you need to do. I need to clear my head.
Don't dwell on it too much.
Yeah.
We'll find them. And he starts walking away.
Walks toward the graveyard. Draco, I would like to find a little unsoiled, like an occupied space that's kind of obscure,
Easy enough.
maybe in the corner or something.
Yeah.
And I would like to dig a patch and place the unicorn horn in it. I mean, not the horn, the head.
Okay. Alright. Easy enough. There actually are shovels, because they have to dig the graves, of course, so you can very easily grab one and have at it.
He's gonna use his hands.
Alright.
Just gonna keep digging. Doesn't even if it takes a while. Just place the head down. Push the dirt over it. And stab the unicorn horn right in front of the makeshift grave and start uttering a prayer.
I think...
Just
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
promising, sitting there for a while, and after the prayer, we'll say, I know this world hasn't done right by you. You're a creature of good. But I promise that with your horn, I will bring down every single bit of darkness in this world and make it feel every last bit of pain that any child or creature or any poor sap that got brought into this world.
I'm not sure if it's a trick of the light or divine intervention or what, but the horn seems to gleam a little bit upon you finishing your prayer. Perhaps the unicorn spirit, somehow still around, acknowledges your oath with gladness. Or it could have just been the small bit of sun that gets through the clouds, gleamed off it. You can't say for sure.
Kai will just pick up his unicorn horn and put it over the loop of his belt.
I think, or do you stay out there or you eventually head back in?
I'm gonna stay out here for a bit.
Alright.
Just to grip on the unicorn horn. And close his eyes a bit.
What is your passive perception?
12.
Okay. Are they trying to Yeah, I don't think they want to disturb you, so I will roll this stealth. Yeah, that's 10. You do get the feeling someone is watching you.
Is that a good someone?
Maybe.
Alright. I'm having a really rough day, so whoever's looking at me, just come out.
I'm sorry. You notice Evie's voice as she comes out. I didn't know how to approach you, and I was trying to figure out how, and I'm sorry.
You, don't have to apologize. As he just pats a spot next to him.
She sits down beside you. It seems like she goes to try and touch you, but recoils a little bit uncertain if that's something you would even want at this moment.
Something on your mind, Red?
I understand these lands are horrible. Terrible things happen here, but it's just something... Maybe I'm being selfish thinking this, but you said But you don't trust anything from these lands. Does that include me?
No. You're different. I mean, sure, you tried to kill me, but you stopped. So, I'd say that you're a special case.
Good. She'll, finally decide to lean over, resting her head on your shoulder.
He'll look down and just kind of grab her hand.
She'll wrap her fingers around yours. A weak smile on her face. What's it like?
Sorry, you had to see me like that.
I understand. What's it like back where you're from?
It's a mixed bag.
Better or worse
Maybe.
than here?
No. I'll say that much, no. Not since the old god Sidon got killed. And the old death goddess. Back then it was terrible, but now it's kind of just annoying. Bunch of locust people that copy your moves and make it a problem for everybody.
If nothing else, certainly sounds like an interesting challenge.
That's exactly what my sister said.
I think you and me and your sister would get along.
Probably. That would probably be the death of me.
Well,
But
when we get back to where you're from, maybe me and your sister will become besties.
well, she'll probably try to spar you to see if you're, he puts quotes up, worthy of the Vermilion name.
Well, then I guess I'll have to get more practice in before that time.
Well, you got any better with that rope dart?
I think I've improved a bit.
Alright. Show me then.
Okay, then. She'll dust herself off, getting up, and begin picking up the rope dart, swinging it around a bit, getting some test spins in it, make sure she's got a nice tight grip.
Alright, show off. He just sheaths his unicorn horn.
Look, did you want me to show you how much I've improved or not?
Come on. Give it your best shot.
Alright then. Okay, grab her sheet once again. And there's the rope dart. That is an 18 to hit.
He'll let it hit him.
Alright. You take 7 piercing damage.
Alright. Not too bad for a novice.
Oh, I see. Well, Master, you'll just have to show me how it's done then, won't you?
Well, with me as the coach, I think you'll get by fine.
Good. Got plenty of time then before we head on back to... I don't think you've told me the name of where you're from.
Thylea.
Well, something to look forward to.
Yeah, you'll get to meet Mom and sister, and not my brother. I'm not introducing you to him.
Worried he might steal me from you?
No, I'm afraid of other things. Afraid he might scare you off.
Interesting.
He's a bit weird. But he's blood, so.
Yeah. I've always considered...
Well, let's not.
Oops, sorry, go ahead.
Let's not dwell on that. I want to see you practice more with that rope dart.
Alright.
I let you have that hit.
Oh, of course. She smiles smugly as the two of you begin getting some proper sparring in. And we'll go over to Raoul. You went to the church as well to see Irina, correct?
Yeah.
I imagine you have your hood down for just safety's sake at this point.
Yep. Surprised I was able to get into the city, but you know what? Even if they did have to do the test on me, I bled like a normal person.
Yeah.
I'm just a dog man now.
Yeah. Just a dog man with horns. Perfectly normal. Definitely not a werewolf, obviously.
Of course.
I mean, sure, you were human before, and now you're a werewolf, but clearly not a werewolf. Bleeds from non-silvered weapons. It's fine. They don't call
don't
you
worry
on
about
it. You do eventually find Irina in the church. She's, helping again with the laundry, it seems. It's getting towards the evening's end.
Earl will just calmly go up and help her with it.
Oh, thank you. I see you're back.
Yep. It was quite the day.
Want to talk about it?
Where to begin? Do you remember that windmill?
Right. On the way here, yeah.
Let's just say the women running it were very evil and we had to take care of them. And Raoul will just kind of like lean in and whisper into her ear, hags.
Oh, goodness. And everyone made it out alright, right?
The rest of us, yeah, we were fine. It just... Raoul's like kind of struggling to find the words. And kind of lean into like whisper again. There were children in there. Not all of the children were alive. 3. We were able to save 3.
Oh, my lord. Or at least you managed to save some of them. She,
You can thank
hugs you.
You can thank Zio. It's that fatherly instinct that he talks about.
I certainly will next time I get the chance.
Other than that, I'm gonna roll something.
Alright.
There was nothing else on the road.
Well, let me get Irina's sheet and we'll see what she has to say about that.
It would be disadvantage, I would say. So it's a 4.
Okay. Let's find Irina. Alright, so what is her... She's actually trained in insight. She looks at you, her eyes narrow a bit. Nothing else, huh?
Let's put these clothes away really quick. It's a personal thing.
Oh, I see. No, it's fine. If you don't want to tell me, you don't have to.
It's probably better to show.
All right.
And if we're able to put the clothes back and find a place like a room, Bro will tell more to her.
All right. Okay. And you managed to put away the clothes, and we could keep it brief, if you like, or we could role play it. What you tell her.
Raoul will just tell her, don't, like, just don't freak out. And Raoul's gonna actively turn into a shadow form.
Okay. Obviously, she steps back a bit, but covers her mouth.
And speaking fluent common while in shadow form this time. We saw creatures like me, like this. I don't really know too much about it, except that it's a horrible curse. Something about the souls of Barovia, but they're becoming more and more frequent. And Raoul will just turn off the shadow form.
Irina will walk up to you. Now, don't take this the wrong way, but you seem to be a magnet for curses. You're part wolf, you're apparently part shadow, but you are
And I
still
don't
you
even
in
remember.
there.
Hell, I don't even remember what happened 6 months ago. But as long as there are people to believe in me, then I know I'll be alright.
Oh, good. Because I do believe in you. We'll get through this.
Thank you. It means a lot to hear it from you.
You let her, she'll put a hand on your shoulder and maybe just sort of snuggle into you a little bit.
I will return the hug.
Very soft.
Thank you. Yura too? Is that weird to say? Please don't think it weird.
It's a little weird, but I still like you.
And I like you too.
The two of you remain like that for a bit. And we go over to the tavern. Where Kardak is having a glass of wine. Antonius. What are Antonius and Bolt doing? Are you also enjoying some wine, or just went straight to bed?
Antonius is either enjoying wine or trying to rile up a crowd of drunkards.
I can see that. Antonius just starting to play and put on a show, distracting himself from the events that just happened.
The only thing that I can think of that would work is a song that is by, I'm not even sure if I can say the name of the band. It's a Sri Lankan band that does a lot of satirical and political stuff. Very famous and has made it into the U.S. Like National Library or something like that. Anyway, there's one song in particular that's coming to mind and it's I don't know why, I don't know why, aim of any, and TLDR, the entire piece is about different things that happened in history. And it's like I'm not sure if I'm mixing up the two songs, but if I remember correctly, this is the one that a bunch of different things are happening in Sri Lankan history, and they're comparing it to things that also happen in other places in the world. But it's like, oh, this doesn't happen in Sri Lanka. It definitely happened in Sri Lanka.
This kind of stuff never happens in Barovia. You want to bet?
That's the vibe it's giving. It's like, oh yeah, this I heard of the tale that of something that happened in this place. It would never happen in Barovia, right?
Ever.
So that's probably what Antonius is singing.
Alright. Roll performance.
Performance?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Why is it used in when it's not in combat?
So you rile up the entire tavern. You have everyone singing along, everyone swaying to the beat. It's maybe one of your greatest shows yet, honestly.
But it's not in combat!
No. Everyone's having a grand time. What are Kardak and Bolt doing now?
What is Kardak doing? Did you ask?
Yeah. I knew he was having a glass of wine, but while everything's starting to get rowdy, does he want to just go to his room, or does he want to just stay here and vibe a bit?
Oh, he is like he's taking sips of the wine, but he's actually like he's mainly just like looking at the glass and basically that looking at the whiskey glass in deep thought image basically, but with a glass of wine for him
Yeah.
because seeing those kids reminded him of his younger sister, and he is very very homesick right now.
Mm.
So he's just like he says that lets out a deep sigh, just downs the rest of the glass, pays whatever it was, and then just goes up to his room.
Alright. Well, if you're going up to your room to sleep, I do need you to make that con save for your pie. Okay.
That's a 19.
You feel the urge to have a slice. You don't have any more, and now that you know what they are made with, you manage to fight it off.
Can I add flavor to that?
Sure. By all means.
He feels the fact that he's wanting it, and he actually starts crying because he's just so angry with himself for even still wanting something like that after what he just saw.
In your mind, you know it's wrong. You hate it. There's still part of you that wants to go back to sleep and see home. But you know you can't, and you fight it off as you cry yourself to sleep. So, what's the tiger cat doing? How's Bolt?
He's gonna knock a couple back and then probably just go straight to bed.
Alright, I'm gonna need you to also make that con save.
Oh boy, come on, +5. 16.
16 just meets. You feel that urge to have a slice. You know for a fact what is in these pies. And you manage to fight off the urge to have a slice. But it's still in your pack. And you can't deny that you still feel the urge. And you manage to get yourself to sleep. So before we continue, I did look up the prices. So there's 2 types of wine you can get. Purple Mash number 3 or Dragon Crush wine. One is better than the other. Purple Grape Mash is the meh wine for 3 CP. And Dragon Crush wine is 1 SP. So whatever you think you drank, deduct accordingly.
It wouldn't be anything too hefty, but probably the one that was silver.
Alright. And Kardik, which wines were you drinking?
He would. What were the choices again?
Purple Grape Mash number 3 and Red Dragon Crush. Red Dragon Crush being the finer of the 2.
He probably would have drank the Red Dragon Crush.
Alright, and that's just 1 SP.
Be on brand
per
if you're gonna do anything, right?
Yeah, fair. Alright.
How many gold is that? Or...
It's just 1 silver for Dragon Crush.
Perfect, I got 191 gold pieces, 9 silver pieces.
And I guess, Antonius, you also need to have the Mimic make the save.
How does it... So, Mimic block, what,
Yeah, it's a con. Just a flat
Con?
con because it doesn't have con save trained.
Where the heck is the Mimic block? Found it. Okay. So you said con, right? It's flat
Yes,
con?
just flat con. 5. Your Mimic tail demands to have another slice of that pastry.
This is what happens turning your Mimic tail into a toddler.
Like, it tries to fight its bindings and work its way into your pack to get at that slice of pie. It needs it. It needs it now. Do you give it that slice?
How could I... Would it... I'm trying to figure out how would babies be. What type of chuck would be convincing a baby to not do something?
Smack it.
Persuasion, I guess?
Okay.
If you're trying to reason with your tail not to take it.
Why are all the nat 20s happening this? I'm glad, but also...
You try to reason with your tail. You make a very passionate argument. It growls at you, but it eventually acquiesces. And now let's see how its withdrawal goes for not eating.
You did this to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this would
See, I'm
be
kind of
stage
inspired about it.
1. So, stage 1 of Dream Pastry withdrawals. Your Mimic will experience non-magical food requires a con save. Any normal food tastes like ash in your mouth. After eating food of a non-magical origin, the character must roll a DC 15 con save. On a failure, that food provides no nourishment.
Oh. How many days do you have left for your Magnius to eat again, Yelly?
Failed save.
I mean, the withdrawals are going to happen every day.
Yeah. Well,
So
every
that
day it
bypasses
doesn't
the-
eat until it finally breaks its addiction.
And that I think that bypasses the needing to eat a body.
Yeah, like
So would it even be satisfied by trying to eat a corpse now?
it would have to make a con save when it eats a corpse, otherwise it will have no effect.
So you need. Oh god, yeah, it needs it.
You know what the funny thing is? So the way this works is if you get the con save goes down after you make the save, or you eat. Well, if you make the save, the DC goes down. If you eat a slice, it goes up. If it gets lower than 10, you finally break your addiction. The mimic was at 10. If it had succeeded, it would have broken its addiction then and there. It's back in it. If that roll just went a little differently, it could have been free from its addiction.
Well,
But we'll rest at the end of the day. There are 2 days remaining to the chance to meet with Strahd. 2 more days and he'll finally know that you're not interested in taking his job. And whatever happens after that, you can't really say for sure. For the sake of ease, I imagine you'll all meet up during the day. What are your plans? Where are you going next?
what all do we got left?
Yeah, the armor mission is one.
We know where the sword is at now, right?
Yes. You have a good indication that it's probably in Kretsk. There's a monastery in there, and that's the most likely location of it.
And where is that?
Kretsk is, let me zoom out for chat so they can see where I'm pinging, and you guys might have to zoom out a little bit for it too, but Kretsk is over here, to the west.
Okay, that's not too far away.
No.
So we could get the sword.
And then for the armors in Argynvostholt, that's down here to the south. Well, technically
That's even closer.
southwest, but yeah, that's super close. And of course, if you want to tackle the incredibly strong hag in Berez, that's right down here to the south as well.
You guys want to do armor then sword?
I mean,
I'd prefer armor. I'm tired of not having any.
Yeah, I think armor and get to the sword.
yeah.
Also,
Alright.
I guess another thing, if you ever wanted to meet with Van Richten, his tower is over here.
No, even better. It's on the way.
True?
So, armor, Van Rected, and then sword.
Yes.
And I'll also remind you just for the fact of the matter, because I remember earlier Zio took like a sniff to see if he could find werewolves when you were in like this general region, I think. You remembered smelling that werewolves are somewhere like in this region over here.
Yeah, up north.
By the tower.
Yeah. So do with that information what you will. I imagine you're all gonna set off Is everyone prepared to properly leave Vallaki once more?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
We're reluctantly leave Irina. But yeah.
All right. And let me do a quick check here. Let's see. Oh wait, no, you were already at Vallaki. I don't need to change that particular one. So from Vallaki to your first goal is Argynvostholt. So let's say that's not too long a walk, about an hour and 40 minutes, honestly. If you're leaving at dawn, it's not going to take too long. And that's just at like a normal pace. Faster if you ran, but you don't really have a reason to run at this point. Let's roll. Okay. Interesting. While you're moving through, you do pass by the Keeper's Mansion, formerly Karnov Manor, but you have no reason to stop back in there again as you make your way down to Argynvostholt. Nothing seems to bother you on the way there, which is interesting.
Cool.
But with that said and done, we have been going for a bit. I think this might
And
be
yelling's gone.
Yeah, and yelling did vanish. Because they had to go.
Do you just want to introduce what the area looks like and then we can end?
We could do that. Let me see, I think I have it, and then I can properly read up and get ready for next session. Well, let me... Before I do that, I don't think I have some tokens that should be on here yet. Let's see. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We need to get Evie and Lily. Where is Karnov Sheets? There you are, Evie. Do I have to fix here? Oh, okay, I see the problem here. Jump gate is acting finicky again. Okay. Alright, let me just refresh this and see what it did, and then I'll move you guys over. In the meanwhile, enjoy this calm, pleasant music playing for daytime.
Good job on the RP, everybody.
Yep.
Right?
Y'all did a good job.
Okay, there we go. There's Evie, and let's get our Tiger Lily. I didn't do that on purpose. I just realized. Tiger Lily is a flower. I genuinely didn't plan that. I just thought of it now. Huh.
It works though. Like it's really good.
It really does. Alright, and I think I'm set up here. I just have to grab one last thing, the actual description. Okay, let's see here. Argynvostholt. Barovia, Ravenloft. There it is. Intro, order, approaching the mansion. And let's see, I have which music on Argynvostholt? Ah, yes, of course. High above the river valley, just a quiet promontory, above which looms a sepulchral mansion. Its turrets capped with fairy tale cones, its towers lined with sculpted battlements. A third of the structure has collapsed, as has part of the roof, but the rest appears intact. A dark octagonal tower rises above the surrounding architecture. Out of the fog comes a distant peal of thunder. quickly accompanied by the howling of wolves in the woods below. But the house stands silent, seeming like the fossilized remains of some long-dead thing smote upon the mountainside. And I shall take you over to Argynvostholt. The ground floor, at the very least. Okay, it's not really loading properly for chat. It's just white and shadows. Let's try to fix this.
I mean, that's what white and shadows is all we see, really.
Oh no, you might have
I
to
s-
refresh.
I mean,
I
it
see
looks
it.
fine to me.
It's
Yeah, I
fine
see
for
it.
me too.
Okay, so some of us are experiencing some issues with the map.
Wait, no, I did refresh. It's fine.
Okay, yeah, and now that I've refreshed, it can be properly seen.
I see the stairs right here,
And there's this
and then like
statue
opens
of a Dargon.
like the dragon, the cool dragon looking in the front.
Yeah, let me. I'll also describe, aside from the approaching, what you see right here. Perched atop a 10-foot wide, 10-foot high cube of granite is a moss-covered statue of a dragon, its wings tucked close to its body. The statue looks east, towards the mansion. But with that, I think this is a great place for us to end off. The Night Slayers have taken down the hags. They've managed to make it to Argynvostholt, former house of the Knights of the Silver Dragon. Sorry, Order of the Silver Dragon. Will they be able to find the armors that should be here? We'll just have to tune in to find out. But with all that said and done, let's start going around the horn. Since Yelling isn't here, I'll just do their command first. They also have Inkblot and all that stuff. You can find them at Yelling anywhere. But let's continue on down. Who would like to go next?
I'll go, I guess. Oh man, it's 13. You can find me on. I gotta stop saying on Twitter because, and a couple like if not by tomorrow, I'm gonna probably be going or actually finally like just privatizing my Twitter and just not using it anymore.
Fair.
But you find me on Blue Sky, TikTok, YouTube, and anywhere else you want to try to find me at Daluna 13. You can also see my character on Friday nights on Friday Night Flashbang on Edward Bosco's channel. It's a wrestling e-fed that I have a character, coincidentally enough, called Daluna 13 as well. There's actual lore on it. He's a fun character to do stuff with. Next Tuesday, you'll see me, Draco, Hoshi, and Draco over on Burnout Bond's channel for Phase of Our Lives or Realm Down the Richlight campaign. And then again here on Friday or on Wednesday.
You gotta throw the ball too.
I'm gonna throw the ball to Broad. I don't throw it to him lately. Or I haven't thrown it to him.
Hello. I got nothing to plug. I don't know. Follow Draco. Today was a really fun session. And yep. Raul's just making progress slowly.
Hell yeah.
I got to spend a nice evening. Got to fade to black, but not in the way you think. Let's pass it to Choco.
Oh, real quick, I forgot. Power Ranger Cyrus Drake on Tuesday in the afternoon. Schedule permitting.
Yes, that. Hi, I'm Chocolate Zombie 101. You can find me on the social medias as Chocolate Zombie 101, and you can also find me on Twitch when I stream occasionally. Sometimes it's Baldur's Gate, which we'll probably be doing tomorrow. Sometimes it's other things, like I'm currently doing a Platinum Trophy Run of Astrobot, and many, many more things. Outside of that, you can find me over on Tuesdays as Daluna said, for Power Rangers Cyber Strike, twitch.tv/Twitch person. It's our good old Power Rangers Tabletop RPG. We're about to have a Megazord fight, so that's going to be fun. Also, next Tuesday and every other Tuesday, you can find me, and Daluna, Draco, and Hoshi all on Burnout Vaughn's channel for Faith of Our Lives, our Wild Beyond the Witchlight campaign. Wednesdays, you can find me here doing this. Again, Thursdays, Baldur's Gate, and then I'm on MNW as well as Graven Freakin' Allen, the Chocolate Zombie. Usually on Flashbang, but I've also been appearing on Warzone recently as part of a crossover. So that's Fridays for Flashbang, twitch.tv/Edward Bosco, and Mondays for Warzone, twitch.tv/Dr_Caliban. If you like AI 2K24 jousting where everything's made by the community, then come on down. Hoshi, go.
Hello, I'm Hoshi. You can find me on all the social medias as Hoshi. You can also find me on Burnout Vaughn channel every other Tuesday. You can find me here on Wednesdays for Strahd, and also here on Thursday with Draco and Jaco playing Baldur's Gate. And once I figure out what a good schedule for me to do for myself streaming, I will get that out to you guys as soon as I can. And that is it for me. Bang, go.
Hello, I'm Thantosh. You'll usually find me here playing as Kai Vermilion on Wednesday. And tomorrow I will be with the Lost Knights playing in his campaign, playing as Solbrook the Lichterfolk Artificer, where we just found our lovely player's third character for the campaign,
Woo!
Manuel. And that's it.
All right. Well, that would just leave us with me. You've already found me here. I stream on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Oh, also you can find me on the Blue Skies, and I guess technically the Twitter, but we'll see how long I continue using that for. But I digress. On Mondays, you catch me here for Persona 5 Royal, where we have finished Futaba's Palace, and now we're just doing the post-palace stuff until she wakes up from her coma, because she has literally entered a coma. Tuesdays, as already previously mentioned, you can find us over at Burnout Vaughn's for Phase of Our Lives. We have a hag to deal with ourselves over there, and we gotta figure out what we're doing, because Will of the Feywild and his motley crew of children have begun their plans to save their mates. Will they be able to save them? Will we kill this hag, or will we just go forward with playing along? You'll have to tune in to find out. Wednesdays, of course, you can find our heroes here as they explore Argynvostholt, the fallen manor of supposedly a silver dragon. Thursdays, also previously mentioned, you can find me and Chaco and Hoshi over here for some Baldur's Gate fun. Let's see, Fridays, right? Yeah, Fridays. I'm doing Breath of the Wild. We're about to try and climb up a volcano, which is really, really hot, and I might spontaneously combust if I'm not careful. Last but not least, on Saturday, we're still looking around the city of Prevel, trying to make our way to the tower before 3 days is up, and we've uncovered this idol. Apparently we need, I think it was 4 for something? So we're going to be looking around for those idols. Will we find them? You'll have to tune to find out. But with all of that said and done, how about we find someone to raid? And I should get the
I have Dynamo Tom, who does the art on our Power Rangers game. Some of the art. MG McFly, Hinatu, Melly Zand, who's the voice actor. Unexpectables are doing Gobtober, and